What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I feel like I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. How you been, man? Hey.
I'm doing pretty good.
All right. I feel you on that, man. Shoot. I'm always feeling good, but I always hate recording in the mornings because I'm not a morning person, Deke. I always feel like I have to say that anytime we come in here in the mornings because I'm always like, I'm not supposed to be talking. I'm supposed to be doing other things right now to start the morning off the right way. But such is life. So with that being said, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Hope you are as well. And we got some beautiful Pittsburgh weather outside today, man. Shout out to that snow. Bro, it literally yesterday, it was nice. What was nice for the beginning part? Then it started like rain on us while we were out last night. But for the majority, it felt good. Then we wake up this morning, snow everywhere. What's happening? Cold temperatures, man. Golly. But such is life. Such is life.
How were you feeling yesterday? For everyone, we went to Top Golf.
Yeah.
Swinging some golf clubs.
Absolutely, man. It felt good.
I thought your swing was looking pretty good.
Well, you know, I've been in the lab. I've been practicing virtually, mentally, just going through the motions, you know, visualizing and attacking my swing, trying to be more fluid with my motion. And obviously, I have my in-house golf coach as well. You know, you're my out-house golf coach. Whenever I get with you, you always school me up. But as you saw my mini-me, he's like the golf expert all of a sudden. So he also helps me out with my swing. So yeah, man, I've been getting some reps.
He saying you got to do this.
He's like, hey, Dad, that's how it's supposed to look like that. It's like, oh, you're supposed to hold it like this. You heard it, bro. You saw it. I was like, yo, gee, when did you get like good at golf all of a sudden? This is nuts, man. So yeah, dude.
Here's what's going to happen. If you start watching golf, one of the weekends you're just sitting around watching, you're going to see how they hit the ball. You'll be like, yeah, I can just go out and shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, even par. Probably my best round of my life the next time I go out, but it's never that simple.
Yeah.
So if you watch tutorials or you start seeing stuff pop up on Instagram, golf videos, golf highlights, the more you watch golf and like good shots, the better you think you're gonna be. Is essentially what it's gonna be.
Just get your confidence up.
Seriously, I don't know what it is. It's like the visualization thing. You know how Kobe used to say, like, you gotta envision the ball going in the hoop. Once you see dudes hit good shots, you're like, yeah, I could do that. It's pretty simple. You just take a club back and forth.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
It's not that simple, though.
I'm not gonna lie. Last night, for those that don't know, I did put the picture on the community page as well. Yes, man, me, Deke, and my little son, G, we went out to Top Golf last night, had a blast with it, man. It was a good time, but I will agree with what you just said right there because every time I saw either you go out there and hit a bomb shot or even if I saw my little man, G, go out there and hit a good shot, all I kept thinking was,
I need to get my chance.
I got to get me one. I'm going to get me one. If they hit them like this tonight, I know I'm good. That's all I kept saying to myself. And that's what you saw, like, when I would miss at times, I was like, ooh, is it the club? Is it really the club or is that me? Because there's no way I should be missing like this if everybody else hitting these balls is good right now. So, yeah, I did definitely feel like that.
Great time, though, man. That was a great time.
Oh, man, always good, man, always good. And when the weather gets all the way good, we'll get out there on the big boy greens as well, man.
That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely, man. But with that being said, man, let us know where you are tuning in from, man, because this is going to be a fun show today. Obviously, we're going to react to Todd McShay's most recent mock draft. Got something very interesting happening with the Pittsburgh Steelers. At 10:30, we'll have Terence Garvin, former Pittsburgh Steeler, joining the show as well, man, to talk about, you know, a couple things, man. What do you know, how he thinks about these inside linebackers that we just talked about. Obviously, the Kyler Murray situation is something that is still ongoing, so we're going to get his thoughts on that. And then, man, when we wrap it up, we're going to have a little fun with the upper room members today, man, when we open up the phone lines for those amazing people, live calls today. That is what is going down. It's going to be live calls today for the upper room members exclusively, okay? And with those calls, you know, you're going to get a chance to get it off your chest. So I'm excited to hear from y'all and, you know, for me and Deke to actually have a little bit of a, you know, back and forth, a two-way channel, so to speak. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun day today, man. But with that being said, like I said, let us know where you're checking in from, man. And after that, we will get these shout-outs rolling.
Brent Fox is just calling me out. He's mocking me. He says, at Deke, say it with me. 214 faux show. How about that? That was better.
Yo, you killed it. Was it?
I said faux.
214 faux show. It was like, oh, that's what we on, Deke.
Yeah, that was bad. Tyler Acuna, 623, Peoria, Arizona.
I've actually never heard of Peoria. Where the part is that at?
That was
Okay.
a new one right there. D. Heverly. Biloxi DeSip in the house.
Okay.
Mississippi.
That sound like that.
Only got to go to 2 games this year and got to meet my boy Deke both times.
Shout out.
Unibet Beer Bros.
Yo, Unibet for the
Yes,
culture.
sir.
Bro.
I think I know who this is. Now that he mentions it, I think I know who he's talking about.
Unibet was the vibe, bro. That became a little link up spot, man.
Declan Roberts. 910 Pinehurst, North Carolina. Blasting off to Mars.
Shout out, salute you.
Hey, this happened actually. Booty Bandit says Pitt beat North Carolina.
Oh,
Let's
you
get
threw
it,
me
big
off,
dog.
man. When you said this actually happened and you said booty bandit, I'm like, whoa, no, it didn't. So I don't know what where you
That's
was
his
at.
username.
Oh,
I don't know what that dude's up to.
I don't know either, but shit, you need to space that out next time before you throw that out there, bro. Yeah.
That's great. I wonder how people come up with these names. That's a great one.
Yeah, dude.
That's really a great
Booty
one.
bandit. Interesting.
AJ Martinez, 505 Santa Fe, New Mexico. Grim Reaping Mikey, tuning in from Santan Valley, Arizona.
Okay.
James Martin. Been a bit since I made it live. Love from Zanesville, Ohio. Hey, Tony from the 412. Now in the sunshine, 813. You guys are the best. I appreciate that.
No, salute. Let me get a couple in here, man. I got the Bro Barry in the 757 Carib Chesapeake in the house. We also got Rig Steel 1021 saying McAllen, Texas. Can't forget Nick Y, the 918. You already know Tulsa, Oklahoma is big time in the house, baby. Yes, indeed. And then we got Stack Boys, Stealing Nation 716, Jamestown, New York. Oh, yeah. And shout out to Damon Brown. You know, he got that 478 Macon, Georgia in the house. And Tiles Levy, Fayetteville, North Kakalaki, the 910. You got a couple left on your squad. And after that, man, we will get this thing in motion.
King Starboy 7. Good morning, guys, from Portales, New Mexico.
What it do?
Gavin Schneider, Toms River, New Jersey, 732. Booty Bandit, explaining his username. Says it makes everyone laugh.
It does.
That's a great reasoning. If it makes
definitely
someone
does.
laugh,
It definitely does.
I always lean, go for it.
Yeah, it definitely does, man.
Ryan Therian, 207 Orono, Maine. This is a new one.
Oh.
Can't think of a better thing to do at work than tune into your podcast. I appreciate that.
Orono, Maine. Wow. You ever been there before, man?
No.
I think I've
Always
been.
looks like a quaint place. Nice place to
Bro,
visit.
I think I've been there
Coastline.
once. That's where I want to say Orono is where University of Maine is at. Been up that one time. I feel like I was at the end of the earth though. It was like weird. It was cool though, but
That's what it looks
yeah,
like.
it just felt like I was at the end of the earth. Like it's no further I can go. That's what I felt the whole time I was there, man.
Were you up the coastline?
It was I can't tell you exactly where, but it was wherever University of Maine is, and I want to say it's right in that Orono, or I believe if I remember correctly. And it was like the Big Bear Inn, or it was like some like little pub, little spot in the corner. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool right there.
Seems like you're out in Ireland, maybe.
Yeah, it felt naked,
pub.
bro. It felt naked.
We don't call any place around here pub.
That's what it looked like, though, bro. It's just like a pub type, just middle of nowhere.
Like tall grass.
Yeah, it was cool though. It was cool, but
rainy, drizzly, cloudy.
It was actually kind of cold in because it was a little later in the year.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it was burnt.
That's what Maine. That's what I think of when I think of Maine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll do one more. Yeah, we gotta give this one a shout out. James Chamberlain.
Oh,
419 Finlay,
Let's
Ohio.
Let's go. I like it. I know you was gonna hit. You gotta throw in the Big Ben, baby. Come on now, it's mandatory. Hey, and shout out to all the thank you sevens out there, man. Y'all know the hats are in the building, man. Like I said, where if you need to show support to your man Big Ben, man, just click on the merchandise link, get you one of them thank you 7 hats, trucker style for Deke. You know, we got regular snapbacks for everyone else, but either way, we got options. Thank you,
might
7.
Need to send one to TG.
Thank you 7.
Because he was the originator.
Yeah, man. No question. Be like, you know what, bro? This is for you. This is for you right here. All righty. So with that being said, I think we had one super that just came in. If you get that, I will pull up this first topic, man, and we can get to reacting.
Black Lavender. Yeah, he was on the Twitch stream yesterday.
Uh-oh.
He copped some fresh kicks. He says, biggest grail in your closets. Mine is, this is a good one. He says the Trav 1 highs.
Ooh, okay.
He copped some Oregon Duck foam posits though yesterday. Too.
Nice. For me, man, I would probably have to say I got a pair of public school, New York Family and Friends Jordan 12s. Yeah, That would be for me, man.
I gotta look those up.
Yep.
For me, I don't have too much. I got staples though. They're not
Yeah.
like grails or anything. If anything, I'd call my grails my Crocs right now.
You do.
These are my most prized possessions.
Yeah.
I got white cement 4s.
Okay.
Black cement 4s. Metallic 5s. Cool gray 9s. I never wear them because I bought them a little bit too big at the time. I don't know why I haven't sold them. This was probably like 10 years ago.
But if they're a little big, you can always just put an insole in.
Yeah, the Air Up Tempo Pippin Olympics.
Ooh.
That's probably
those
the most
are
random
clean.
one.
Those are clean though.
I got black cement 3s too, so I don't know.
Dude,
like all of those
alright.
are all those are like just
All
staples.
right, now that I think about it, you about to because I'm looking at these call 4s, the gray call 4s with the X on the back of them.
Yeah.
Those, oh man, any of my Dornbacher Heat too.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are because I got like the. Well, since we on air live right
pull
now,
them out, pull them out.
might as well just love these right here, little Dornbachers. Yeah, I grill.
You don't have the M&Ms, do you?
I don't.
Yeah, I used to know all these back in the day.
Yeah, man.
I'm not as up to date now. Do they still do the Dornbachers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They do?
And I think to your right, you see
which one?
DJP right there. No, right where your hand is. Yeah, those are another pair of Dornbachers right there. Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
So I don't know which ones are the favorites.
Yeah.
Maybe I go black cement or not black cement 4s. Maybe I go the black 4s.
Black 4s is clean, man.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with the 4s, baby.
They call the black cement 4s? No. Black cement 3s.
Well, yeah,
white
cement 3.
White
Yeah.
cement 4s. What are the black 4s? Just black 4s?
Something like the bread 4s?
Bread 4s. That's
yeah,
what it is.
because
Yeah,
like
there
the
you go.
black, gray, and a little bit of red on them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I've worn them here, and they're
Yeah.
all cracked out. Like I just
But it's
get them
dope though
repainted.
because it's got like that vintage look, like the OG one. That's what I like, bro.
I think my dog ripped off the pull tab on one of the. I forget if it's the left or the right.
that
but
is
the
such
back,
a-
like the back pull tab.
That's such a Deke thing, bro. Like only that could happen to you.
I still want it.
Yes.
It's whatever. I don't really care.
Me and my dog would have to have
the bread 4s.
Bro, me and my dog would have to have a long, hard, stern, just eye to eye, heart to heart. Like, listen, I love you, but this is the only time this can happen. Okay, this can't happen again. Yeah.
Like right now, I wear my metallic 5s almost as like boots, 'cause like
Yeah.
how big they are. The cool gray 9s, kind of same thing. I wore them
Yeah.
like out to the Steelers game and stuff. Bread 4s. I'll go bread 4s.
Okay. Because
Even though they're actually probably in the worst shape out of all my shoes.
yeah, but they are fire. Luke Walker, he has the UNC 4s. That's excuse me, that's what he says. Let me see who else is in here hollering about some. Ooh, Xander Rowland, the Concord 11s can never go wrong with those. And he also has the Union 4s as well. Those are heat. Let's get it.
I'll do this super chat. Grim Reaping Mikey says, have you guys looked into Sauce Gardner at corner? I saw in all of his coverage snaps, he never allowed a single touchdown on himself or something crazy like that.
Yeah, Sauce is really, really good. We're gonna get to him actually.
Great name, too.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. But I was actually surprised, man. You're actually the first one, Grim Reaping Mikey, to actually bring his name up. I mean, I've obviously know about him because he was making some serious noise this year, and I haven't even begun to really deep dive into his breakdowns. But yeah, his productivity jumps off the screen, man. He definitely is somebody that, if we do decide to look at the cornerback market, he would be a guy that you would definitely want to consider. But we still would have to figure out what we're going to do with obviously Joe Hayden and Akello Witherspoon, because if you're getting one or both of those guys back, I don't necessarily feel like you go crazy trying to get a Sauce Gardner. But if we're losing potentially both of those guys because they're both going to be unrestricted free agents, then without a doubt, a guy like Sauce becomes that much more of a prevalent guy for us. But like I said, man, we haven't hit on him just yet in terms of the deep dive. But since you brought his name up, man, I'll make sure that we bring him up and do a more in-depth analysis on him next week's show and stuff like that, because he's definitely somebody that's he's nice, man. He's
I gotta check out his tapes too.
Yeah.
Deke should get those Retro 4 Lightnings.
Ooh,
Black and gold ones.
Yeah, those like the little Steeler joints, man.
Yeah.
They are clean, bro.
They are. Dude, I'm just out of the shoe game now, though. That was something for me 5-10 years ago. I was way more into.
I just can't get out of it, bro. I don't even want to.
I'm more excited to
man.
maybe cop a pair of white Crocs right now.
Yeah, that's dope, though.
I'm being serious.
It's probably better.
It's like $50.
It's probably more cost efficient as well,
Exactly.
man. Yeah, because I'll be over here like, can I get it early? How much to get it early? I don't need it early. It's just gonna sit. I still want it early though. I can't help myself, bro. It's a problem. It's definitely a problem.
I know, and I remember back in those days too. It was really stressful trying to get them. I don't know how it is now.
No, it still is. You got the bots now all of a sudden.
Yeah, now it's the bots, but even back then, it was waking up early and going in lines, finish line, Foot Locker, all that type of stuff. Like, I went in line for the Concord 11s, the one Christmas. I might have been in college at the time. Didn't get them. They had literally, I think, a size per shoe. Like, that was it.
It's nuts, bro.
So I didn't get mine. I needed like 11, 11.5, or 12. And I couldn't even get any of the other size just to resell them so I could get my actual size later. So I was like, all right, what's the next shoe release coming out? And the white cements were coming out in February. I was like, all right, I'm getting those then. I was like, yeah, screw those Concords. I like these better. Part of me was just salty. I wanted the Concords.
It happens. Like, you know what? They ain't even like that. For the longest time, I couldn't stand the Travis Scotts. And then I was like, you know what? All right, I kind of like the Travis Scotts again. But let me not have that shoe. Man, that joint ain't like that, bro. Man, that shoe average. Man, you could get this one. It's kind of just like that one. Get the mochas. You ain't got to get the Travises. Like, the mochas is cool, but the mochas ain't the Travises, bro. It's
the one I'd come out of retirement for is like a bread one.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the ones.
Well,
like the
they got the little patent leathers, the bread patent leathers all of a sudden.
Those are coming out?
Well, they came out, didn't come out, came back out, but it's always like crazy, like tough trying to get them. So I think they finally had their official like release for them.
Okay.
They should have by now.
Yeah, some type of one, some type of like staple one I'd maybe come out of retirement for, shell out some cash. Well, you ready for this first topic?
I am, man, because we low-key turned this to like a little, a little sneaker podcast. That get me going anytime.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you for that.
I'm always good to listen and kind of try to stay what's up on what's going on.
It's pretty fun, man. I like this.
It's still in me, but I'm in retirement.
It never leaves, bro. It never really leaves. But I always enjoy it, though. It's like, yo, we get to talk shoes today. Yes. But today, we're going to be reacting to Todd McShay's most recent NFL mock draft that he just put out. This would have been, 2 days ago, on the 16th. So with that being said, man, I will turn it over to my trusted co-host, Deke. So what we looking like over here, man?
We're reading out the mock
draft. Let me hear on 1 through 32.
This is on ESPN Plus, so you guys are getting premium content.
Absolutely, you're definitely right, man.
Don't pay that $5. You can get the mock draft right here.
Who wants to pay that $5, man? Subscribe and be a member. Join the upper room. You don't want to worry about ESPN Plus. Come on, man.
With the first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select. Wow, this is coming out of nowhere, I think. Evan Neal, offensive tackle, Alabama.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be Hutchinson or the defensive end out of Oregon.
Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Okay. Evan Neal.
Yeah, I mean, you need O-line help. Detroit Lions.
Truth,
I'll go through these quick, though, all the way till we get up to the Steelers. Detroit Lions, they take Aiden Hutchinson.
Out of Michigan, right?
They capitalize on the Jaguars' error. Houston Texans, Kyle Hamilton, safety from Notre Dame. He's supposed to be a can't-miss prospect.
Yep.
New York Jets, offensive tackle from NC State.
He's nice, dude.
Ekwona.
Yeah, he's nice.
New York Giants, Thibodeau from Oregon at number 5. 6, Panthers. There's some rumors they're thinking about Pickett. But no, they go Sauce Gardner, cornerback Cincinnati.
Yes, indeed.
7, New York Giants. They take Charles Cross, offensive tackle, Mississippi State.
Yeah, he good, too.
Do we even got to look at some of these early offensive tackles? Or these guys, they're actually going to all go top 10?
That was part of the reason why I kind of like avoided some of those type of dudes, because I do feel like they're all going to go in that area. Because they are like the Cross dude, the cat from NC State. I couldn't pronounce his name when we were on the show Wednesday. He's nice, bro. Yeah, I've been watching him. I was like, yeah, this dude's a problem.
People were mentioning him as we were looking up
problem,
some of the other guys. They kept mentioning him in passing like he's the standard of this stuff. Well, why'd that Neal guy go first in this?
I don't know. That's the part was surprising to me, man.
McShay must know something.
Yeah.
All right, 8, Atlanta Falcons. They take Drake London, trying to load up on offense.
Yeah, a little receiver out of USC, right?
They don't know what's happening with Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
I don't know how good this dude is. I thought Jameson Williams was going to be the first receiver, but I don't know how much he dropped because of the injury.
I still think he goes in the first round, though, even with the injury.
Oh, yeah. I think he is in the first round in this. 9. We got the Michael Jordan memes going here in Steeler Nation. Denver Broncos take Devin Lloyd. That's sad.
Dang.
I think we got no chance at him.
He would cook out there, too. Oh, you got young Bradley Chubb out there as well. Oh.
Surtain.
Oh, that'd be nasty. That'd be so nasty. Oh, that'd be so nasty.
I mean, They could draft him all they want. They still need a quarterback.
Yeah, but he's a game changer for you though, bro.
He is. Yeah. New York Jets. Derek Stingley, cornerback from LSU. That's at number 10. First quarterback off the board. The Washington Commanders.
Uh-oh.
Kenny Pickett, University of Pittsburgh, at number 11.
Go Kitty.
Good for him.
Absolutely, man.
Minnesota Vikings, Trent McDuffie,
Minnesota Vikings.
cornerback from Washington. At 13, one of our rivals, Garrett Wilson, goes to the Cleveland Browns. Wide receiver, Ohio State.
Yes, he aight.
Stays in house, stays in state there.
He's aight, yeah.
I got to look up my receivers still. Baltimore Ravens, they steal one of our targets, Tyler Lindenbaum at 14.
Well, I guess because they were going probably best player available for them.
Yeah, how does he explain it? Let me look real quick.
Because I'm trying to think. At left tackle, they got Ronnie Stanley, but he's been injured the past year.
Bradley
2
Bozeman
years.
is a free agent. That's why they're looking at center.
You got Dobbins coming back, so you don't necessarily need running back. You got receivers.
He says with Al kind of being shaky, maybe Northern Iowa was Trevor Penning, Ronnie Stanley being hurt, so maybe they're looking at offensive tackle there.
Yeah. Because I'm like, if Ronnie is healthy, man, he shores up the O-line in a big way.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why Al had to go to left, because Ronnie got hurt.
Philadelphia Eagles, back-to-back picks. Nakobe Dean. Both the top inside linebackers are gone right now.
So, hold on. So, when did Nakobe Dean just go?
15.
It was that mock from Bucky showing him at 29?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't see him
Bucky's
lasting
more
that
off.
long, bro. I really don't, man.
16 for the Eagles. Trevon Walker, another Georgia Bulldog, defensive end.
Yep.
At number 17, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay. Who they picking?
Don't make a pick.
Whoa, hey now. Okay. Oh,
They answer a phone call.
who called him? Was it Jesus on the hotline? Tell him what you want. Hello?
I don't know if it was Lewis Riddick.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know if it was Amar Khan.
Was it the upper room? Was it Demont? Who was it? Was it the Barbarian? Was the Barbarian? That's what it was? It was Trina Stodiva. She called him.
I think it was a three-way call.
It was a three-way?
I think Trina was on it.
Okay. Was she probably calling from Honolulu? Or was she in Stone Mountain, Georgia?
All right, at that point, it's going to be April. I can see Georgia.
Oh,
It could be
it's
some
kinda
nice
nice,
weather.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she was calling from Georgia. Okay.
If it was right now, it'd be Honolulu.
Gotcha.
She's out there.
Okay,
Even if
okay.
she's not out there, she's
Yeah.
mentally out there.
You're right. And when it's like the fall, that's when she's in Trenton, New Jersey. So I'm with you.
so.
I'm with you. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know who the GM is at the time. It might still be Kevin Colbert making the call.
It could be, man.
Maybe he's got whoever the GM will be for the season just kind of sitting in the chair. Let me show you how it's done.
Could be.
Let me show you how the big dog does it.
Yeah.
And we do a trade with the Chargers. We move up from 20 to 17,
Hey now.
and we draft.
Oh.
You wanna take a guess?
Drum roll.
You want to take a guess?
Is he like the second coming of Vic? Is he a Vicky?
Combined with Russell Wilson.
Combine. Oh, I think I know who you're referring to. Ha ha.
Depending on what analyst you're listening to.
Do tell.
Malik
tell.
Willis.
Oh my
Quarterback
goodness.
out of Liberty.
So if we draft him, should we like yes? We're excited
I'd be
about this
pumped.
one.
Yeah,
All right.
I'd be pumped.
Yes.
I'd be pumped.
All right.
For
Now,
sure.
should we? Let's finish reading
Yeah.
everybody else, and then we'll find out why we made that move. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Sound
18, the Saints take Matt Corral, quarterback from Ole Miss. So we pass up on
So
him.
that's 3 quarterbacks in the top 20.
Yeah. You know who else we pass up on? Well, that's the 20th pick. But 19, Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas.
yeah.
I don't know any of these receivers. I don't know who's
He's
good.
he's
who's not.
good too, though, bro.
20, though, this is who we passed on. The Chargers, they take with our pick, Jordan Davis, nose tackle out of Georgia.
Okay.
New England Patriots at 21, Kyler Gordon, cornerback Washington.
Yep.
Man, a lot of receiver. Wow, I didn't know the receiver class was this good.
Bro, I'm trying to hear what the other Ohio State receiver is going.
Vegas Raiders. Yep, this is him.
Okay.
Chris Olave,
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, he
wide
nice.
receiver,
I like
Ohio
him.
State. 23 Arizona Cardinals, Jermaine Johnson, defensive end out of Florida State.
Okay.
Cowboys, David Ojabo, defensive end.
Oh, the Michigan.
Bills. You got any projections?
Probably like no, you don't need an edge. Probably linebacker. I can see
They're going corner.
corner.
Andrew
Oh yeah,
Booth
because
Jr.
Trey White. Yeah, I can see that.
How long's he out for? Is he going to be out half the season?
ACL. Yeah, I mean it was because it was like middle of the season when it happened. So yeah.
They're saying Levi Wallace is hitting the open market.
Oh yeah, he can get paid.
Andrew Booth Jr., Clemson.
Okay.
Tennessee
I hate
Titans. George Karlaftis, defensive end, Purdue. That's at 26. 27, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. AB's gone. Chris Godwin could be gone. They take a receiver, and it is the guy that I thought would be number one, but he's like the 5th or 6th receiver off the board. Jamison Williams.
But that's with the ACL, though.
It's got to be the ACL, dude. If he was healthy, he was tearing it up.
At first I was going to say they would probably go quarterback, but they drafted a dude from Florida a year ago.
Oh, man.
You remember him?
Yeah, Kyle Trask.
And people talked about him like he was supposed to be the same comp as Mac Jones.
They might make a trade, though. Or not make a trade. Well, they could if Brady comes back. I'm hearing stuff about him wanting to go to the 49ers, maybe. His childhood team.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or Miami, where he would like take part ownership of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. I could see more 49ers going back to the old childhood team. But if that happens, I could see the Bucs making the trade, Brady for Garoppolo.
Well, I know that
throwing in a second-round pick or something, too.
Well, because I know the 49ers are saying that they're trying to get a first-round pick for Jimmy G in the trade.
Oh, no.
I think that's what it said, yeah.
If it's Brady, they're going to have to throw in a pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Brady comes back and says, I want to play there, all right, you have to trade Jimmy G and probably like a second or something, maybe even a first. I could just see the Bucs trying to get another quarterback.
Yeah.
Instead of rolling with Trask, either Jimmy G, re-sign Jameis, do they go Mariota, some other type of route? Because I feel like the roster with Arians, like he's not going to want to. I just think Trask sucks. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, that's fine. You thought Mac Jones sucked too.
No. Whoa, where are you coming from?
When they came out of Alabama?
I had him 3.
But people had Kyle Trask compared like exactly as a Mac Jones type.
No, I didn't even have Trask in my top 5.
But I know you didn't, but a lot of people, they thought they were kind of like the similar players.
Yeah, like I had Mac Jones at 3 over Wilson and Trey Lance. Fields at 2. I think I'd actually maybe stick with that.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying like that was kind of like the mindset though with the Kyle Trask type. That's why it wasn't out of this world when Tampa Bay took him, and they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna sit behind Brady,
right?
And they're looking at Mac Jones, and he's like, oh yeah, you get better value with this pick than you did taking Mac where they took him in the first.
Would you go with him?
I mean, if I trust, because it's on Brian Leftwich right now. If Leftwich feels like, man,
Is he back?
Well, he did. Yes, he never left.
Okay.
Remember,
I didn't know if he was a free agent.
Yeah,
okay.
because
he was just interviewing for coaching.
Right, because Peterson took the Jags one, so he never got the head coaching spot. So with him being back, you're kind of like, because he's seen this dude for a whole year now. He's been in the system for a whole year. So if he trusts him, he feels like, yo, he can do it. Then yeah, you roll with it. But if he's watching him all year and he's like, I don't feel like he's that guy, well then yeah, now you go ahead and draft the guy. But I just think that, man, if they like Cal, I don't see them touching that because you already got the guy.
Saying he says the Buccaneers used a second rounder on Trask last year, so they already have a. Yeah, that's right. I guess that is a second.
Yeah,
rounder.
it's a second rounder, bro. Like how you got to go first round other than that to get higher end.
It says they already have a hope we can develop a young passer in the mix. So yeah, they're just trying to shore up the receiver position there for him. Green Bay Packers.
Give him some weapons, I guess. Yeah.
Devontae Wyatt.
They got to be going wide receiver, offensive pick, right?
No, Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle, Georgia.
Who they got a receiver there?
Well,
because Devontae is going to be unrestricted. The other boy's going to be unrestricted.
They could tag Devontae, right, if they wanted to. But I don't know if you want him coming back on a tag, disgruntled if Rodgers isn't back.
Right.
That's like a package.
Because the only one that's under contract is Lazard. If I remember correctly, it should just be Lazard.
Yeah, it says Valdez-Scantling perhaps signing elsewhere. Because they have the Penn State receiver. It's saying Jahan Dotson on the board. I think he gets drafted in a couple picks. Yeah, he gets drafted by the Chiefs at 30.
Gotcha.
29, Dolphins take our boy Trevor Penning. 29 range. Is that still too high? I just don't want to take him.
I don't like him.
You think that's at least a little more understandable?
Yeah.
Later we get.
Especially if you're the Dolphins. I mean, you need hope, and he can give you that in some capacity. Like I said, I just don't think that you want him out. I personally want him out there full time at that tackle spot. That's just me. I can't
believe these receivers off the board. I already said Dotson to the Chiefs at 30. Penn State receiver. I mean, I would just trust that. They're kind of like low-key a little wide receiver factory as of late. Cincinnati Bengals. Super Bowl losers. They take offensive tackle. Yeah, they just try to shore up the line a little bit. Bernhard Raymond. Offensive tackle, Central Michigan. And then the last pick. Get some excitement here.
Mr. Irrelevant of the first round?
Yeah.
You said who? Detroit?
Yeah. Oh, you're taking a guess? Go for
All
it.
right, let's see. Detroit, do you want to stick with Goff? Do you...
Malik Willis is already off the board.
I know. Because you got Desmond Ridder, you got Sam Howell, you got Carson Strong still available. Do they go quarterback? Oh, if I'm Detroit, I want to go quarterback here. Oh.
They took Hutchinson with the first pick.
Yeah. Because that's your DN. So, yeah, I guess you could then. Yeah. I would either go quarterback or I'll go receiver.
They take Sam Howell.
UNC.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what, 4 quarterbacks in the first round with this mock draft right here.
Yeah. I think the 4 that we would all think too, if it was to happen.
Yeah. Well, just depending on how we feel about Desmond Ridder versus Sam Howell as well, though.
Yeah. I think I'd have Howell above him. Yeah. I think I have Howell at 4. Actually, I might have Howell over Corral even. I haven't looked at as much at Corral, but I wasn't that fond of him last season.
Gotcha.
I liked what Sam Howell did in the Senior Bowl at least.
But I do feel like when you go back and watch Matt this go around, it won't be like with the intent of my guy Kenny Pickett is better than this guy. You know what I mean? Because you said the same thing about Sam.
There was Heisman talk with Corral too. I was like, forget this guy. You're right. You're 100% right. Steelers.
I say yeah. So why do we make the move from 20 to 17?
Okay, this is.
And who all did we pass as well to jump up there? Like in terms of what teams did we jump in front of?
We jumped the Saints at 18.
Okay. And who was at 19 then?
So the reason probably going 17
who was
is
at 19?
because of the Saints. 19 was Eagles.
Okay.
Saints being at 18, they're thinking quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? Are they thinking Willis? Are they thinking Corral? We leave nothing up for debate or doubt. That's why
just go get our guy then.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess that's why we do it. But here's the problem. I do have a problem with this trade.
So hold on. What did McShay say?
Yeah. If we get to this point and all but one of the quarterbacks are still on the board, the Steelers have to be on the phone with Chargers GM Tom Telesco. Saints are lurking there at 18, and Pittsburgh knows it. Has to make. Oh, geez, I'm just botching this up. Pittsburgh knows it has to make a move to get its guy before New Orleans is on the clock. Los Angeles, meanwhile, knows that a 3-pick slide to 20 doesn't impact its draft much. Steelers would go QB, and the Saints would follow suit. That means the Chargers would, in all likelihood, get the same player at 20 that they would have gotten at 17 anyway. Actually, that's pretty good reasoning there. Plus, they'd get another pick or two. In this case, what do we have to give up?
Yeah.
This is what I don't like. I don't know if I agree with it either. In this case, I think a 3rd rounder and a late rounder in addition to the 20th selection would get it done.
So a 1st round, a 3rd round, and maybe like a 6th or 7th just to move up from 20 to 17.
2 spots.
Oh, that seemed a little much.
Worst case for Pittsburgh, it's a 2nd rounder. What? We're even thinking the first 2 picks to move up 2 spots?
Oh,
come on. I thought wouldn't a 1st and a 2nd move us up to like 10?
That's what I was under. At least that's what I was under the impression. Oh my gosh. I don't want to give up a 1st and a 2nd just to move up 2 spots to get Malik Willis. I'm sorry.
I don't think I would.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do that if that's the case, bro.
Absurd. Especially for the Chargers.
Yeah, bro.
He just explained it. It's like you're gonna get
you're gonna get him anyways. Yeah.
Like house money. Come on, man. Wow. I would have guessed a 1st and a 4th. Yeah. That's what I would have guessed. A 4th rounder.
Yeah, bro.
We don't
1st and a 4th.
We don't even have a 4th.
No, we don't. We got.
It has to be next year.
Yeah, because we got 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
Or what comp picks? Maybe we get a comp.
But those would be 3rds usually, right?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know what we'll get. Yeah, maybe it's the comp 3rd. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
Yeah. And we got to also look into that formula as well, because remember the whole Bud Dupree thing that people brought up about his playing time. You got to see what's going on with that. But bro, I don't want to.
If we're making this trade. Yeah. Honestly, though, if they really like Willis, let's trust the organization. Even though I don't know.
Would you go 1st, 2nd for Malik?
No, not 1st, 2nd. 1st, 3rd.
Would you go 1st, 4th, and 6th? Or because we don't even have 4th, so it'd have to be what 1st, 3rd, and 6th, or 1st, 3rd, and 7th. Because remember we said as we currently sit right now, no comps, no anything. We don't have 4th and 5th.
Maybe I'd feel different if we killed it in free agency too.
Okay.
If for some reason in that 2nd and 3rd round we were drafting more for next year project guys anyway,
yeah,
not the end of the world. I still wouldn't want to do the 2nd round pick. 3rd round pick, you could talk me into it. I don't feel good about it, but at the same time, I would feel good about getting Malik Willis.
Yeah.
Because if we trade up, Steelers are probably thinking, this is the guy. This is the guy for us.
No, they definitely feel that way if you trading up. But at what point is the ask a little bit more than what we're going to get from this player, especially like in the immediate. Because when I think of that first and potentially a second round pick, I'm like, that second round pick could, bless you, that second round pick is potentially a starter or rotational guy this year. Think about me. A second round pick is Chase Claypool. A second round pick is Sean Davis as a rookie. He's coming in playing major snaps. Who was in the second round? Juju, second round pick. Like, second round, man, those guys are out there. Stephon Tuitt, second round pick. Like, early productivity, early, you're counting on these guys. Yeah. So when I'm thinking of that, I'm just like, and for a guy like Malik, where we said that, we think he has probably the highest ceiling, but at the same time, he's raw. Whereas, like we said with Kenny Pickett, he's more of the, hey, he can step right in right now and probably be good to go. We think Malik is going to take a little bit more time. Yeah, I just don't know if I want to give that up for that. Oh.
You may read off what he says. So whole spiel was all about the reasoning for the trade. Then he explains the actual pick. He says, Colbert has been with the Steelers for 22 seasons, been their GM since 2010, and saw them draft Big Ben in 2004. Now that Ben's retired, Colbert's stepping down, I think he'll want to leave the organization in a good place for the future. Okay. It already has the defense and run game. He ain't watching the Steelers. Run game, sure, but still there's caveats with the offensive line. Defense. What was the defense last year?
Hold on. Say it again. Just go back to what he just said.
It already has the defense and a run game.
All right.
We got run Najee. Game just because we carried a lot.
We have Najee. We have Najee. Exactly. I don't call it a run game just yet. We got
still
Najee.
Got some work to do. It would have been nice if he would have said it has the placeholders for a potential
right.
Defense.
Not they already have this thing.
We were all right in the secondary last year, but run defense was terrible. So defense as a whole, no, we were like below average. Actually, we were like top 20 defense. We thought it should have been top 5. That was our reputation going into last year.
I would agree, man.
Then he says, and it was even a playoff team with this past season. But the AFC North has some excellent quarterbacks. Yeah, Lamar and Burrow. Mm-hmm. And the Steelers need an answer under center to keep contending. My top QB, Willis, has the strongest arm in the class and can create outside the pocket. Yeah, McShay loves Willis. He's like his top guy.
Okay. I didn't know that.
His top guy. Making tough off-platform throws easy. He's still developing, and he threw 12 interceptions last season. But the Steelers can build the offense around this dynamic passer.
Okay. So it really comes down to if we would like Matt Corral over Malik Willis or vice versa, because that sounds like the whole reason for the trade. If the Saints are looking at taking a quarterback and they're picking two picks before us, that's what it is. So if we could live with either or, I don't think you have to make a move. If we don't care if it's Matt Corral or Malik Willis or if it's Sam Howell, then we don't have to make that move. But if we have identified that, hey, Malik is is our favorite quarterback on this list, even including Kenny Pickett, and he's, available in that range, then I could understand why they would make that move. But like I said, it really just depends on how strongly they feel about Malik versus Matt. Like, I don't know just yet.
I think McShay was maybe one of the guys that reported the Steelers are in love with Malik Willis.
Okay.
Like, they're talking to him a lot in the Senior Bowl. It seems like they're really interested in him. So maybe that's another reason he made that pick for the Steelers too.
Because like I said, with Malik, though, you can get away with not having the best situation in terms of protection because of his elusiveness. So in a sense, if you wanted to give up that or have to give up multiple picks, maybe you're feeling...
How you doing free agency?
Right. Like, you would have to hit you would have to kill free agency, but I'm just trying to think in my mind, like, what would make me feel comfortable giving up a third along with, you know what I mean? Like, that's...
I would have thought that gets you up to
I thought
10.
I
thought that
dude,
gets you up
like,
at least 5 spots.
I'm just
maybe
like, man, we're talking like 3? Like, ooh.
Here's what we got to worry about. So this would be interesting. In this scenario, Kenny Pickett's the only quarterback taken before us at 17.
Correct.
We got to see how it plays out with the Panthers.
Yeah. Because honestly, I do not see, like, who did they have them taking? They had them Sauce Gardner. I could see them going that route because they already are on the hook for Sam Darnold's money. But I could also see them saying, bro, I'm not about to, go out here and put him back out there when we know what it is. Go draft us this quarterback. Ooh,
what this mock draft doesn't do right now is say who picks up what free agent quarterback too.
Yeah.
Because that'll clear things up.
But what
if
is
a team has Jameis or Mariota, I don't really expect them to draft a quarterback.
True. But I guess what teams do you think would really be going after Jameis right now? You throw us
Carolina,
in
Tampa.
there, Carolina, Tampa.
Yeah, any of the teams that are kind of in that quarterback.
See, you throw Tampa.
Denver.
I still don't necessarily know if Tampa will, like, because he was already there before. Like, just in all honesty.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It just makes sense initially.
Denver, I feel like they're going to do whatever it takes to get Rodgers.
Yeah. Apparently he broke up with his girlfriend recently, though.
Oh, who's he with?
Shailene Woodley.
The actress?
Apparently she's an actress. I've never seen her in a movie, though. But
yeah,
she lives in Denver, I think.
Oh.
So that might.
So you don't want to go to Denver then?
Exactly.
Okay. No Denver for Rodgers then. All right.
Someone told me that on the Twitch stream.
That is funny, bro.
So I could see him not wanting to go to Denver.
Yeah.
I don't want to win a championship for her hometown team.
I don't. Ooh. Because
So
I'm just trying to
Panthers,
think teams that are in
Broncos,
front of us that
Washington.
need it.
Vikings, they took Mond. They're definitely having Cousins back from what I've heard.
Right, absolutely.
Because of his contract. So maybe they're not going to do
But with
quarterback.
Denver, they still have Drew Lock out there.
Browns,
Potentially,
they
but
are.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't think they will. I think they'll give Baker another year. So there's 3 or 4 teams.
Because they got the Browns drafting the receiver. So if they go receiver, they're definitely going to basically say that, hey, we want to see what Baker can look like with legit weapons, because he really didn't have a ton of Odell out there. Odell had been hurt. Jarvis had been in and out a little bit. We talked about his best receiver for this whole season was it Peoples-Jones, and he didn't even have 600 receiving yards. Yeah.
I'm looking at teams underneath that could trade up. I don't think Miami's looking for a quarterback. I think they'll do another year with Tua because they're down at 29.
Yeah.
That was San Fran's old pick that they got. I don't see them trading up. So I don't think there's any teams below us that will trade up as I'm looking through here. Because it's Patriots.
So outside
Raiders,
of the
Cardinals,
Panthers and the
Cowboys.
Broncos, those are the main two.
Panthers,
then.
Broncos, and Washington.
Oh, and Washington, yeah. But if they already have Washington going Kenny Pickett, then we're fine.
Right.
What would be interesting, though, is if Washington or one of these other teams took Malik off the board first.
Yeah.
Now, does that change
Some
it?
people have 3 quarterbacks going in the top 15.
Right, because that's what I want to know. Like, if
some people have Malik Willis going to the Lions at 32.
so I was gonna say, so if Malik goes and we're sitting here and it's Pickett, Corral potentially, are we moving up for either one of those guys? Because the biggest thing we said with Malik was the upside part, right? The dual threat ability, because that's what the NFL is right now, and we're like, hey, if he develops this part with what he currently has athletically, that is like special. That could be, one of those generational type things. Whereas we said with Kenny, we think he has the highest floor right now in terms of just being pro ready, but probably limited in terms of like where he can grow to. So I was just wondering, like, if, like you said, if Malik is going first, now in this exact same scenario, you got Matt Corral, you got Kenny Pickett available to you. Would you trade up then with these same type of packages, first and a third, first and first, third, 7, or first, whatever, you know what I mean?
No. For me, it would just be Malik Willis because of all the upside you talked about. I'm not too gun-ho about drafting a quarterback in the first round anyway, but if it is going to be someone, I want it to be Malik Willis or Pickett. Now, I don't really want to necessarily trade up for Pickett. If he falls to 20, I'm good with us taking him, though. The story, Pitt, I do think he's pretty legit.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think I'm good on that. Depends on what we do in free agency, obviously, but I think that's too much. Not for Corral or Howard.
Like I kind of feel, I kind of agree. I feel like the Malik upside part is the biggest reason for me to like talk myself into trading multiple. You know what I mean? Like when we talking about having to package something to move up, and like he's the only one, not like quarterback, the only quarterback that I want to do that for. If we're talking some of the linebackers we talked about yesterday or something like that, or even a couple of these receivers or corners, that's a different conversation. But for this class of quarterback, Malik, just because of the dual threat and what we think it could grow into. But I just don't. And this is the problem when we're doing the draft stuff, right? We already know that this class is going to need more work in terms of at the pro level. But because of need, and now it's supply and demand, now we're like talking ourselves all the way to the point of not just drafting one of these guys in the first, but even moving up to get one of these guys in the first. And this is why I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do that, because if we were talking about this a month ago, I would have never done it.
Closer,
yeah, dude. I'm just like, a month ago, we weren't hollering any of this. We were like, would you take any of these guys in the first? And now we're talking about like, yo, maybe we should like trade up a pick or something to go get. I'm like, man, I got to draw the line somewhere, bro. Like, I just don't want to do that. I don't. I really don't, man. When we talk about moving up, man, multiple picks, I want like instant, I want this guy to come out and be that guy, or it'd be like surefire.
I know, yeah. No,
and I don't
100%.
feel like I have that with any of these quarterbacks that we're talking about.
Because even just not trading up and drafting a quarterback in the first round, I brought up this sentiment multiple times. I don't know if I want to draft a guy that I don't even know is going to start this season.
Right, and that's my thing, man.
It's going to compete with Haskins and Rudolph. Why are we taking him in the first round?
And why am I moving up? Yeah, if I'm moving up, bro, I don't want to move up and y'all hit me with it. Well, Mason beat him out. Haskins beat him out. I'm like, bro, what? And I just gave up
took him in the first round.
And I gave up a third round for this man. Like, I don't want to do that, bro.
Do the whole Trey Lance method and say he's sitting no matter what. There's no competition. But I don't like that.
I don't either.
If doing the first round
and moving up to get him in the first round,
it's not like Mason or Haskins. As much as I don't like Jimmy G, they haven't had the careers that Jimmy G has had.
Correct.
At least he earned the respect or earned the benefit of the doubt to start this last season for the 49ers.
I would agree.
With Mason Haskins, it's an open competition. They haven't really proved much in the NFL at this point.
Yeah.
To say, hey, we're rolling with one of these dudes. The guy that we drafted in the first round, he's a project. We're sitting him out the whole first year. I don't think they deserve that. So if we drafted dude in the first round, they better be in serious competition, or serious consideration to be starting, or just given the starting spot. Like, I'd be fine with that.
No, I agree. We did have a super too, man, and
sure.
it actually goes right with this convo in a sense, man. So
let me pull it up.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, I'll let you know. Was it the orange one?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I got it. Let's go, UW. Sup, guys? So with our current receiving core, at present looking like DJ, Chase, and Ray, if a guy like Jamison Williams falls to us at 20, should we consider it? Even 7 lost confidence in everyone but Ray at the end.
Now, because like to me, my only issue, if when we're talking about what we're doing at 20 and not wanting to necessarily go moving up for any of these quarterbacks that we were just talking about, how would you feel taking a guy like a Jamison, who we know when healthy is a monster, but he might be limited for a portion of the season?
I'm more worried about, is he going to be limited long term? Is he not going to be the same player?
I think if you rush him back, he won't be. But I think if you're patient with him and you actually take your time with him, yeah, he'll be back and he'll be great.
Because that's his main thing, is the speed.
Yeah. But the thing to me, though, is like, in order to be patient, you actually have to, not allow that pressure of, okay, if it's week 3, it's week 4, and we're struggling at receiver, and he's close, he's been practicing, but he's not back just yet. Do you continue to, let him get himself together? Or do you put him out there a little bit sooner because he's a first-round pick?
Do we have a template for like fast receivers to return from ACLs? The only one that's coming to mind right now is Odell Beckham, like, and still being fine.
Hold on, what was the cat from Alabama? No, he did ankle, didn't he?
Who?
Shoot, no, the past 2 years. So not Smith, the other one.
Cortland Sutton returned last year.
I would say, because he was out in Denver.
He's not, dude. That's the thing with Jamison Williams that sets him apart, is that speed.
But no. Think about when Devontae Smith and what was the other dude? Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Who, last year?
Yes, from Alabama. They had the two receivers with Mac Jones. Oh my goodness! Because remember, at the time,
you're right. I'm thinking Ruggs and Judy right now.
Devontae Smith wasn't even like he wasn't their best guy until Waddle. That's the guy. He came.
Was it ACL?
Was it ACL? I can't remember if it was ACL. I know it was a
Check.
leg.
Yeah, because he had a good rookie season.
It might. Was it ACL or was it ankle?
Let me check. Yeah, I think it is ankle. I think you're right.
Because I know he had. Yeah.
I'm doing Jalen Waddle injury. High ankle sprain. Fracture to his right ankle.
It was a fracture. Okay.
They do say ACL, though. That's more for the side-to-side.
Yeah, it is.
Really affects it. So straight line, maybe it doesn't kill you as much.
I would put it like this. I would be willing to bet that he comes back and he's fine.
Odell Beckham's a good example.
Yes, I would be willing to bet that he'll come back and be fine.
I don't know if he's coming back now though. I mean,
who, OBJ? Well, he's a Super Bowl champ now, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got his ring.
Did they say what actually like he did to his knee?
I think it is ACL.
ACL.
Gotcha. From everything I've seen, I don't know if he's having surgery. I mean, he's gonna have to have surgery. I think it was the shocking truth behind Odell Beckham's ACL injury.
What's the
Odell Beckham set for surgery on second ACL tear. Those are the headlines.
Dang, oh.
The shocking truth is probably it was Stafford's fault. He threw it behind him. That's what it probably says. If Stafford throws it in front of him.
Don't worry, he's a Hall of Famer though. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, it's all good. But yo, so put it like this, man. If Waddle can come back from a broken leg and that dude's still lightning fast, like I said, I feel confident, man.
I think Odell's a good example too, because he's had ACL and he
still
fine.
looks crazy fast.
Yeah, fine. Okay,
absolutely, bro.
It's just that we're gonna have to punt a little bit on him being ready for this season.
Yes.
How do we feel?
And
about
if you,
that?
and that's the big thing. If you're fine with potentially, getting
that
him
has
mid-season,
to be why it's dropped so much.
Well, because who else was like that? Rashad Bateman out in Baltimore. I mean, he missed like the first half of the season. I forgot where he was coming back from, but he didn't play until like that midway part as well.
I would like Williams, dude. That's the type of dude that it would be different for us. Burner, but it looks like he could be a nice overall receiver too.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I'm like, if we're talking about having to move up or not move up, I would much rather take that flyer on him because when he does come back, he's going to add an element that we do not have.
No, definitely not.
And when I think of just the track record also of the Alabama receivers, they hit on these guys. When they come into the league, they have been producing. So I do like that part as well, which is kind of in contrast to like the whole Ohio State quarterback thing, right? These guys from Ohio State, they come out and it's like, man, a high, reputation and expectations, but they haven't really fulfilled them consistently. Whereas when you think about these Alabama receivers, especially of lately, those guys, man, more times than not have been coming in the league and being productive.
We have some medical advice in the chat.
Okay.
Addo23 says, speed doesn't drop with the ACL tears. Typically, athletes will lose their lateral.
Yep.
That's what I was mentioning with the side-to-side stuff. Would bet he comes back with speed. Hardest part is regaining, I can't even pronounce, proprioception and having trust. Look at Bush.
Okay.
What the hell was that word?
I'm assuming
Do you know?
it's
Have
something.
you heard that word?
I mean, I'm sure it's just a fancy way of like changing direction in your stop and go acceleration, deceleration.
So
because it puts like
cutting back on like hook routes and stuff.
Well, because that's like one of the things that with Odell that is a little bit different right now. Him getting in and out of his breaks. That's where you can see with Odell.
It ain't the same.
Yeah, but it's not like crazy noticeable because Odell is still like he's such a great athlete. But you look at some of his early stuff versus like where he's at now in terms of just how explosive and getting in and out of it, slightly different.
Proprioception definition, otherwise known as kinesthesia, is your body's ability to sense movement, action, and location. It's present in every muscle movement you have. So I guess he's talking specifically for the knee, though. The ACL.
Yeah.
Damn. They're trying to get me to pronounce this thing right.
I'm just glad that you the one who had to pronounce it, man. That's why you are our resident chat reader, man. Yeah.
Well, we got a few minutes till this Terence Garvin. I got another super chat.
All right, let's rock with it then, man.
About. Nick Y. Bridgewater, Mariota, or Winston available? I don't want Bridgewater. I would rather go O-line first and second round. Bridgewater and Van Der Esch would be good free agent pickups.
So Leighton Van Der Esch, man, I used to love his game, man, but the problem is he's continues to get hurt, bro. He continues to deal with. I know he had like this neck situation he was dealing with the past year and a half. So, I mean, if he's healthy, sure. I mean, because he's rangy, he's physical, really good size. Has already played in a big market with a ton of attention being down in Dallas. So yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, no question, he's a no-brainer for me. With Bridgewater, I don't mind him as a bridge quarterback in all honesty, but it would have to be under the right numbers. I don't want to pay him anything close to what he's been getting paid to go to some of these teams, whether you're talking New Orleans or even Denver. But I do think that, in terms of a guy that, I mean, shoot, we're talking about Tyrod Taylor, for example. I think that Bridgewater can give you more than what Tyrod can. So, yeah, I mean, I would be for it. Biggest thing is just you're going to have the weapons around him. I mean, he's no different than the other quarterbacks we've talked about in terms of those, like, veterans that you take flyers on or whatever. Like, even a Mariota, a Jameis is like they are going to have the talent around them. So with that being the case, if you go Bridgewater, you really got to hit in free agency. Like you got to get those pieces as well, O-line stuff, to make sure he's protected, because he's not a guy that is going to improvise and be able to rise above the negativity, so to speak.
So him bringing up Vander Esch as a linebacker, pick up for free agency, got me thinking more and more, because I saw Vander Esch's name in the available dudes. Because remember, I have a whole Devin Bush theory. I knew Jayon Brown was out there. I didn't really look at the inside linebacker market. But the more I do the research on it, the more it makes so much sense.
It does. It makes perfect sense.
The top inside linebacker right now, and where the market is, the top inside linebacker is Devondre Campbell. He's an all-pro last year.
I like Devondre, too. You know, I talked about
good
in Green
coverage,
Bay, man.
Yeah, good in coverage. Was a beast last year. They're saying his market is around 10, 11 million.
Yeah, because he's not, like, he's nice.
But he's the top guy right now.
But he's like, he's not going to wow you athletically, if that makes sense. Like, he wins.
He was really good in coverage last year.
No, but this is the thing. He wins because he's a good athlete, don't get it wrong, but he is such a smart player. You watch him on tape, like, he knows how to align, he knows how to use his leverage, hand placement, space, and stuff like that. So it's just like watching a guy who just understands how to do it perfectly every single time. Whereas, like, you think of a Bobby Wagner. Bobby is smart like that, but he's just like a crazy athlete too. And that's the part for DeAndre. I feel like he's a little bit more limited, and that's why his market in terms of like 10 mil is still good, but compared to like he probably could get way more if he was like a freakier athlete.
Well, and he only really did it for
the 1 year.
Like
Absolutely.
I mean, he's had a solid career up to this point, but making all pro just coming out of nowhere like that. So 10, 11 million. Oh, all of a sudden we trade Devin Bush. $6 million, and that's freed up. We're getting Devondre Campbell basically for $4 million. Devondre Campbell versus Devin Bush. Devondre Campbell at 10, 11 million versus Devin Bush at 6.
I like it.
Come on, bro.
For me, that's a no-brainer. But at the same time, we didn't draft Devin, so we don't have that on the line for us in the sense of like
make it a 2 or 3 year deal for Campbell. He's at like 28. That'd
like
be
you
perfect.
said, bro.
That would be perfect.
But to trade Devin is admitting that you failed on the pick.
It's cool to do. It's fine to do. It's not all your fault.
But to
sometimes
trade,
it's on the player.
I know, but to trade a guy that you moved up in the draft to get at 10th overall, and you're trading him away before he even gets to the 4th year of that deal, like this 4th season is coming up, but he hasn't even got there just yet. To do that is to say that you legit failed. They didn't even do that with Jarvis Jones. They just decided not to pick up his 5th year option, but he still played that 4th season, and then they allowed him to leave in free agency.
So we've done it before.
Yeah, but they definitely let the guy stay on that last season. And that's what I'm saying with Devin. I just, like, when we're comparing Devin Bush to Jarvis Jones, in terms of what we thought of them, expectations,
around this time in their career, is it about the same?
I mean, I would probably say
you were there with Jarvis.
Honestly, I think that Devin a little bit more is a little bit higher up than Jarvis because he had the good rookie season and he hasn't been fully delegated to rotating just yet. Whereas after Jarvis' first season, it was like, all right, he got hurt the second year because that's when I got my opportunity. And then from there, whenever he came back, it was always because he wasn't going to be able to beat out clearly Debo, me, or even when we brought in Bud. So he was always going to be a part of a rotation then. So, yeah, but yeah, I don't think that they're going to be that willing to just give up on it. Yeah, but
you know how
that's how they operate, though, bro.
You know how we joke about me being GM? I'm actually serious right now because I think I have a good plan for it.
I know, but
I have a good plan for it.
But that's how they do, though, bro. I'm telling you, they go hit you with the, man, he's our draft pick. We believe in him. We just got to give him more time, get him this separate. All right.
I think I could put together a really good plan for us this offseason.
But let's get ready to hop on this phone, man.
Somehow it involves us having both Malik Willis and Russ, maybe, too.
At the same time.
All right, so what? We calling Garvin?
Yep.
You calling him? He calling him?
Oh, you know I'm calling him, player. Come on now.
We got some good super chats here. Let me put these on tab for whenever we get back.
Sweet.
Cliff the Dark Knight has one.
Because as I said, we got to include my man TG a little bit in this convo. See what he thinking about some of these.
Should we ask him about the Devin Bush trade?
Hey, man, you going to get a chance. Matter of fact, make sure I call the right number, too. You know what I'm saying? I want to call the other phone.
All right, we're good to go.
That's like my new thing since I seen the Kanye West thing. You know, Kim's other phone.
I'm not up on that. I'm just seeing AB with Donda Sports right now.
Hey, he's the leader.
Please leave your message for.
Oh, hold on. Here we go.
Dude, it was funny about AB's tweet too. With Donda Sports. He's like the CEO.
Oh yeah.
He sends like this big tweet out. Like the grammar's all wrong on it.
Always. Yo. Is that my locker mate? Is that who I'm hearing in the building?
Locker mate.
Mama, there goes that man. Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Garvin, Pittsburgh Steelers alum, West Virginia University alum, in the building, man. How we doing over there today, man? We good, man?
We feeling good, bro. You know what I mean? Another day, feeling good, blessed. You know? How you feeling? What's the word?
Man, I'm over here feeling good. You know, I had to deal with Deke. He was a little extra excited about the Super Bowl because he pointed out to me that a Pitt guy won the Super Bowl by beating a West Virginia guy. Yeah, and when I told him that you was gonna be on the line today, he was like, "Oh, great! Tell him hell to Pitt." And I was like, "Okay, Deke, I'll relay that. I'll relay that message." He called it foreshadowing for the backyard brawl. I think that's what he told me verbatim.
Oh yeah, our defensive line's messed out.
You feel like that was a Pitt guy winning the Super Bowl over a West Virginia guy?
I mean,
that's how you thought?
it was Quentin Spain. It was Quentin Spain versus Aaron Donald.
Exactly.
That was the main storyline.
That's what they said, man.
Those were the headlines the next day all over ESPN.
That's what Pitt said. That's what Pitt said. That man should have won MVP of the Super Bowl. What you mean?
Oh yeah, how do you had AD at one?
Yeah, how'd you feel about that, man?
No love for Stafford at one.
No, I had AD. Wait, I had AD at one when he had 3 sacks.
That boy was cooking.
He was killing. That third down play was a career. That was a changer,
bro.
That tackle. Nobody talks about that play.
Bro, that was a monster play.
Oh, he pulled a grown man back. And that was their heavy back. That wasn't their little back. That was their heavy back.
But how you feel about it not being Joe Mixon? No.
I think I heard it from what I've read, everything I've seen. It looked like they was trying to rush the play and get it in.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you call a timeout there. I'm not sure how many timeouts
they had. Two. They had two. That was the frustrating part, bro. I was like, man, I want to go with my guy. If I'm a die, let me die with my guy. I don't want L. Bill on the sideline. Let me have him out there, please.
But that was their heavy guy.
Yeah.
You know. That's a heavy guy. 31. Let's try to hurry up. I don't know if I'm in the other D tag. You know, we talked about this. I said they got a D line. They got some guys over there. We forget their names that are dogs.
Mm-hmm.
That other D lineman was a dog. But I don't know if I run an AD at that situation. Like, you know, and I understand he's more vulnerable in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know if I run at him in that situation. And I know I'm the Monday morning quarterback. But
we all are.
I look at stuff like that now, especially now. Like it's just it's a game of matchups.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if I run at him in that situation. Like I probably do call the timeout and let's regroup. Let's figure it out. See what we can work.
Mm-mm. Nah, AD though, man, he was that dude. But yeah, Deke definitely wanted me to start the call off with that though. He was just like, "Yo, hell to Pitt," because AD definitely fried Quentin Spain on that play.
Even like that.
He even he freeze framed it, screenshotted, and put a heart around. I said, "Yo, you are wilding today."
I'm sure. But I mean, Westview, you know, I've told you we're gonna sing Country Roads in the stadium. There's nothing else.
Hey, it's happening soon. I cannot wait, man. But we want to start the day off with, though, you know, we've been hearing about this Kyler Murray situation, right? Because obviously the Steelers are in the market for quarterbacks, and anytime any quarterback is mentioned to be available that is good, you know, people get intrigued.
Man, I can read it. Jameis Winston to the Steelers.
I've seen that as well,
there's
man.
Probably like 10 quarterbacks.
I've seen that as well. But how do you feel about this whole Kyler Murray situation, man? We're seeing obviously the Cardinals. You know, sources said that they had issues with his leadership and maturity. Then obviously Kyler Murray responds back, you know, obviously giving some credence to those claims, but at the same time saying that he's more so focused about improving himself and things like that. Is he a guy that if you're the Steelers, you would be interested in trying to acquire?
Here's a guy. If you're anybody, you're interested in trying to acquire. He's a guy. He's a guy. He's a player in this league. He's a winner. He's a born winner. He's a true winner. Nobody has it all. That's the whole thing they always say. Nobody has it all. So it's interesting. His height's kind of been his knock, but he's totally shattered those type problems. He's been able to get the ball out well. He's been able to have a successful career so far in the league. I think that offense that Cliff runs up there is fit to him, you know? So it would be interesting to see him go somewhere else, how he would totally, per se, adapt other places and how they would change their offense for him.
Yeah.
But he'd be a great Steeler, obviously. But I don't see that happening. I just don't see nothing happening out of Arizona. I don't see him leaving Arizona. He's still under contract. So for him to have to leave Arizona, it would have to be a trade situation, correct?
Yeah.
So,
Because it's year 3 for him right now.
Hey, he's going to deplete your team. If you have to trade for him.
How much you think it costs, man, Webb?
How much is he going to cost?
Yeah, how much you think that deal costs to get a guy like him?
Well, all right, so let's look at it. Matt Stafford went for what, 2 firsts and a player?
Yeah. 2 firsts and Jared Goff.
We counting Goff?
The whistle of we counting Goff. Oh my God.
I'm saying, but you still had to let go of your quarterback who took you to the Super Bowl. I don't care how you cut it.
So 2 firsts and a Mason.
2 firsts and a.
But he's right. I mean, Goff has higher value than Mason.
I would agree.
Ross,
I would agree. Goff went to a Super Bowl. Yeah. I'm
talking about 2 firsts.
That's for Stafford.
Second, 2 firsts, a second, Mason, and like
who's more valuable right now? Or not right now, but who would have been more valuable? Matt Stafford during that time or Kyler Murray right now?
It's Kyler due to age.
Kyler Murray right now.
Yeah. So it's gonna probably cost way more than that. Then
first.
He's gonna be almost too expensive. It's the same thing I'm saying about this Aaron Rodgers stuff. He's too expensive to trade for. Like if you trade for him, you deplete your whole team.
But is it slightly different with Kyler because he's so much younger and you would have him for at least the next 10, potentially 15 years, whereas with Rodgers, that's a lot. It's a lot shorter.
Different. He's younger on top of that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need 2 firsts. I'm gonna ask for a Minka. I'm gonna ask for, I'm gonna try to deplete your team because this is Kyler we're talking about.
Yeah,
and he's coming back asking.
Yeah.
And he's about to ask for more money.
Because he won 40. That's what it is.
He won 50.
Probably. 40 was the floor. You know that. That's where he's starting at.
I don't even think I'm looking in that direction. I'm gonna let them have that problem. Also, I don't know. Unless you're ready to just be like, in Kyler we trust. It's a lose-lose situation because if you bring him over there, it's like. Yeah, you grabbed Kyler, but you once again, like I said, depleted your team.
Yeah.
So now, especially I can imagine Steeler Nation, the criticism he would get, because it'd just be like, yo, we traded everything for you. Why aren't you winning?
Yeah.
So he would have, it would bring him into a hostile situation, especially in Steeler Nation. Like, it just would have so much pressure on him that I don't think he has all that in Arizona. I think it's a little bit cool out there.
It's definitely chill out there. You know that. Come on, now them expectations are nothing like Pittsburgh, man.
Different monsters. So,
yeah.
I don't see the Steelers getting in that combo. Once again, I see the Steelers getting in the draft. I think they're going to draft.
Do you have a preference? Is that your main preference, draft, as opposed to sticking with Mason, Haskins? What about even picking up a free agent?
Sure. But that's putting a Band-Aid on it, you kind of see what Mason has in all reality, or you can see what Dwayne Haskins has for a little bit. But, I'm hearing the Mariotas of the world.
The Jameis Winstons. Yeah.
That's cool. What are you I just think they're going to draft him. I think your best bet is to go in the draft and mold one into your new, I don't want to say your next Ben, but you want to try to mold one. You want to try to get one that's in the culture, that's of the culture, and you want to try to grow him up. You want to try to make him your Steeler quarterback.
Now but what about this name that I keep hearing? Whether it's in the chat, whether it's, mumbled around other NFL circles, Deshaun Watson. What about him?
I love Deshaun. Deshaun's one of my favorite quarterbacks. I think he's this quiet assassin out here that nobody's talking about. Like when they talk about all the quarterbacks and projected championships for next year, and I heard we done made Pat Mahomes mad already, but I'm like, Deshaun's still around here. He's a dog. He's a born winner. He's got an arm. He can run. He's got everything you want in a quarterback. He's honestly one of my favorite quarterbacks. Like, I've loved him since Clemson. I just love Deshaun. And it's I don't know. It's interesting. I think if anybody could weather that storm, I think the Steelers and Mike Tomlin could weather
Well,
that.
and see, I would agree, especially being here with the Vic situation, right?
The big situation.
Absolutely. We saw it firsthand how crazy it was all around us, but yet within that building, we were calm. I mean, we were able to maneuver through that. So what I ask is this, if you would make that move for a Deshaun, do you do it now when his market is as low as it can get because these allegations are still around, or do you wait until everything is completely cleared? But then obviously we know that market is going to shoot back up.
No, you do it right now. You do it yesterday. You do it, you do it. I think that I kept saying, I think that's the guy. I think if you trade for one, that's who you trade for, especially with all the drama.
And what do you think that market would be there for him, for a Deshaun?
And that's where it gets interesting because at the same time, he's still Deshaun. And I think the Texans know that. They took their time with this situation. They have been in no hurry. They got a new coach in there.
Yeah.
And he wants to reconcile all the problems. So it's like, I think they asked for something. I'm not just giving you, if I'm the Texans, I'm not just giving this away once again. Right? I'll take my time with this again. I'm not just, because this is a franchise quarterback. At the end of the day, that's all teams are looking for is a franchise quarterback. So I think Texans to the Steelers actually works. Different divisions and whatnot.
Because he's still on the active roster. They haven't put him on any exempt list. He still got paid, his contract, everything. It was just they weren't going to dress him. And obviously he's already made it clear that he does not ever want to play for them again anyways. So that's the part where I'm just like, this situation, the longer it goes, it's definitely worth monitoring even more because he's too dynamic of a player, too good of a player to just kind of forget about,
I think with all the drama going around with the Flores type drama and whatnot, them hiring Lovey will kind of, I think it will make things a little bit interesting. I'm not gonna say it's gonna change his mentality, but I think it will kind of give him a brief little intervention, if you call it that. It might be too high up. It might be too much. So it's, I still gotta go. I was seeing rumors to the Vikings. I seen a rumor to the Bucks.
Okay.
The Bucks would be a great landing spot. I think he has a little bit of control on where you trade him to too. But I just think every time I think about it, every time I speak on it, I think Pittsburgh would just be a great landing spot for him, and I think it would be a great landing spot for them, if that makes sense. I just think the match would really work. I just would be curious. I think you'd have to give up a first. Or at least.
Oh, you definitely would. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to give up a first and maybe a second. He's probably not the price point that Matt Stafford was at the time, but probably just a touch lower. Probably a first and second, maybe a player, or maybe a first and a third.
Jeez.
If he gets cleared, though, I think
if he gets cleared, he goes back up.
Of Absolutely, type of thing.
Absolutely.
He's just it's worth it. I think that's worth it. I think you're that first round quarterback you were looking for. If you trade that away, it probably would take something else getting involved. There probably have to be some type of 3-way trade, and you'd have to get a first from somebody else, and send something somewhere. Potentially, I don't think Mason's stock is just as low as everybody thinks. I think he has a little bit of value. So I think you could kind of try to leverage that right now if you could. Let people know, because I don't want to say he's been hidden, but you haven't seen who he is, and he still is a drafted quarterback. He didn't have he comes in and plays decent. He plays well, so it's not like he doesn't have any type of stock. Somebody might believe in him. The Vikings, somebody like that. So it's like you can't. You might could leverage something, do some type of 3-way trade, get somebody else's second, and then package that up and then ship all that out.
Yeah.
It's interesting what the Steelers are doing right now because they're in transition mode with their GM. So it's interesting to see how many moves they're even, I don't want to say attempting to make.
But what's the direction they want to go in when they don't even know who's going to be the guy taking over? Yeah. Because like you said, if it's somebody in-house, then you feel like the message will continue to be what it already is. But if it's a Louis Riddick type, or if it's some of these other guys that we've seen linked to the team in terms of interviews, then
Right.
who knows their approach? Who knows how aggressive or conservative they could be? So yeah.
Right. So it's like it's interesting. They're in such a state of limbo in such a hot time. So it's like, how are you trying to handle it? I think, and I keep saying, I believe it's just going to be in house for those type reasons because you have to keep moving. This thing keeps moving. It's moving every day.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of have a little idea who they want to go with and how they want their program to keep being run, and that's kind of going to determine what does all these moves right now because you have different options, but these options don't last forever. Like you have to be having little talks. You have to be in motion right now. So
we're going to transition to the draft a little bit. Before we get into different positions, who do you like at quarterback then? You mentioned Steelers maybe drafting a dude and molding him to the franchise, to the organization. Who do you like for the Steelers most?
At quarterback?
Yeah, quarterback.
What's Willis? What's from Liberty?
Malik Willis? Yeah. Okay.
Malik Willis. I like Malik Willis. The pig guy is cool. He's cool. You know, I can't.
The pit guy.
He's cool.
It'd be a good storyline.
I'll be interested how that and I know the NFL you can play.
I just love the little rivalry. That boy said the pit guy. I'm not even mentioning the pit guy. You know that one.
He deserves some more respect
that
than
that.
I did Michigan be like that team up north?
Like, yo, that is crazy. The pit guy, yeah.
Not like he just third
He's not my favorite, and that's no bias towards
yeah.
I just don't love his transition. I think he'll be a good player in the league, but I think you have that in Mason. I don't mean to be like that. He just feels like a Mason to me. He's a good player that he's just local. He's a hometown hero. So I think being from around here, we hear about him a lot. I think he's somebody, he almost feels like a Tannehill to me. Somebody.
Okay.
Right
situation can make it work. Yeah.
Yeah, an athlete who got back there. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I feel like Pitt is building like the Titans. That's their method right now in drafting that running back last year. We talked to him. So it's if you draft a running back, you're basically saying you're committed to the run. You came up and drafted this man early last year. So I just feel like the most important thing, obviously, is a quarterback, but they got to address that line. I think that line is really the heart of the situation right now. I think you got to get people who can move people off the ball and create running lanes for maybe a Pickett to be your quarterback and be able to hand it off 26, 27 times and play action fake it.
Right.
Throw the ball 12, 15 times and get out of there. But,
now
it's just. Yeah.
Now, quick question, because earlier we were talking about Todd McShay. He had just released his mock draft, and it had the Steelers actually moving up from 20th to 17 to get Malik Willis, right? Get that quarterback. But it had them giving up their first, a third, and potentially a later round pick as well to get Malik Willis. So since you've said that, if you're saying that you would take him if that was the quarterback you're going to draft, would you give up that to go get him? And like I said, you're moving up 2 spots because essentially they're saying to move up in front of where the Saints are. The Saints pick at 18, but they have them taking Matt Corral because they obviously are going to go quarterback as well. So if you love a Malik to that extent, are you willing to give up that to go get him? And do you think that his future is worth those picks as well?
I don't think you move up. I don't think you give all that up for 2 picks. I don't think just that much of discrepancy between these quarterbacks. Now, I'm not seeing the Senior Bowls. I'm not seeing things like that. I've seen some of these players. I've seen different things. But I don't think super discrepancy between – I don't think we're talking about, I don't want to say life-changing game. To me, it seems like you're not – it doesn't hurt you to get a Matt Corral.
Right.
Because once again, the name of the game right now is – and obviously, yes, we're trying to build for the future to where you're trying to get your quarterback of the quarterback of your career. But you just, like I said, you're committed to the run. You basically said last year, we're going to run the ball. So, if you get a Matt Corral and you can get a dog in the next round at lineman, or maybe you don't get that. Maybe you go get Jameis if the Saints are going to pick that. You see it? Mm-hmm. So, it's different options, and maybe you come back next year for a quarterback. So I mean, I wouldn't give away my future for potentially not the future. If that makes sense.
Okay.
I
Yeah, 'cause
wouldn't.
they could be in competition. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
And
Like,
that
if we
was definitely
draft a
kind of
rookie
our
quarterback,
sentiment.
they might not even start this year. They're in competition with Mason and Haskins. Then why are we spending a first round pick on the QB? You know?
Yeah, I'm not giving away all that future for somebody that potentially might not be the future. You know,
That's a good way to put it.
No, absolutely,
That's
man.
a good little slogan.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, then we had talked about some linebackers as well. We were talking about potentially, because this team, we don't really know what their plan is for Devin Bush and Joe Schobert. Looking at both of the contracts, there are some enticing things about both of those guys, whether you're talking about moving or releasing either of the two, just in terms of like the cap savings and stuff like that. But if you go that route, then obviously you are going to probably be having to draft a linebacker earlier or get one in free agency. So we were looking at this inside linebacker draft class, guys like Nakobe Dean, obviously Devin Lloyd from Utah, Chad Muma, guy from out of University of Wyoming, those type of guys. But just wanted to hear from you, man, in terms of your thoughts on this inside linebacker class, and who do you like and how do you rank these guys, man, in a sense?
I think it's another inside linebacker class. Yeah. Position is so generalized now. The game's truly about the rush and cover.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like their value like a running back now, where it's like you can get you a good inside linebacker, or it's like you can move you a safety down and really just tell them how to run and hit. It's a game out here. It's about being able to cover. I love Nakobe Dean, root to the brook. By the way, I love Nakobe Dean. I like that guy. What's his name? Christian Harris out of Alabama. I like him. I think he comes from obviously a pro program.
Yeah.
Being with Nick Saban and all. I think he's a player though. Like I went to the Alabama Auburn game. I liked him. I like how he plays. He controls the defense. Physical. He can move. What's the guy's name? I think his name is Quay Walker.
Oh, Quay Walker. Yeah,
Georgia.
out of Georgia.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. And I seen some clips.
Do you like him over 41 over Tyndall?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they're all right there.
Yeah, I mean, because that was the two that were rotating and stuff like that. I kind of lean a little bit more 41. I just like how, man, my man arrived with like crazy bad intentions, and he looks so fast, dude. Holy cow.
I mean, 17 was the dog in there.
Oh, yeah, 17 was that dude, though. Absolutely.
This is my argument. I don't want to be like this.
Uh-oh.
Inside guy. I'm an inside guy. I love inside. They had 9 dogs, 10 other dogs on that defense.
I agree.
So is it hard to see exactly what you got on that defense when you have all those dogs over there?
I agree. No, I definitely agree.
When all you have to do, 99 was huge. What he was,
bro, he cleaned up everything. Like you couldn't run inside past that man, and when you did, that's when you got Dean, Quay Walker, or Tyndall smacking stuff, bro. It was filthy watching them.
Running is your lanes in there. It makes your game different. When you come up here, you might got to shade a blocker or two. It's a different game. So, I like Quay because I seen this physicality. You look like a leader out there.
Ooh, okay. What's he like Quay? Let's go.
I like that. You look mature. You look like a leader. I seen him in the Senior Bowl go make some plays on special teams. I don't know the things you got to keep up with.
No, facts. He definitely did.
Yeah. So don't sleep. I think he's a play. I think he's a guy that's like a new world Vince Williams, like KJ Wright-ish type traits. Like I think he's somebody that helps your team out.
Yeah.
So you like him maybe like second, third roundish?
Like, how do you feel about him? Yeah.
Because how do you feel? Like Devin Lloyd's still like that guy. Devin Lloyd, or we talk about
me,
Nakobe
yeah. I was
Dean,
gonna say
right,
for me,
guys.
I love Devin Lloyd the most.
Dean is that boy.
See, Nakobe is fire, but for me, I love a guy that can not just cook on the inside, but my man Devin gonna walk out there. He cooking them left tackles too. That's what I've seen, and just ability to, I mean, all the interceptions just right around the line of scrimmage, being able to jump up, time some of that stuff up, man. Like, he just looks like a freaky athlete, crazy productive. I think his ceiling is higher, but I think Nakobe is already pro rare. I think he comes in and he is your green dot 10 plus year starter at inside. Whereas I think though with Devin, like a year maybe, and then he takes that like crazy leap of being that freaky just game changer, almost Ryan Shazier type player on the inside, man.
Oh.
Like, that's what I feel like when I watch Devin, man. I feel like he's that type of athlete, bro.
Oh. Oh, those are big words. I hear you.
I know, bro, but you watch him, bro. Like, he does that. He does that, bro. I'm watching him in coverage. I'm like, yo, he's rangy. He's smacking stuff. He backdoor. He'll go over the top. Like, but then he go out there. He rushing that passer, though. He's not blitzing. He's rushing the passer. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to make me go back and do some more homework. Like,
yeah. Just check him out a little bit, man. Just check him out a little bit more, baby.
You're going to make me go back and look. You done said some big words up there.
Listen. I didn't watch a ton of Utah during the season. So when everybody was bringing up, I'm like, bro, he ain't nicer than the Kobe. I don't want to hear this. Until I started watching just Utah game. I said, oh, this is what's going on out here. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I've seen some Utah. I mean, I think he's an athlete for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I think he fits what you're looking for. And like I said, this new era of inside linebacker. It's just I don't mean to keep doing it, but it's just a position. Like, we're just like, you know, I just still stand on. You can bring a Terrell Edmonds down and have a very nice linebacker. You know, I just really believe that. I just think nowadays you can bring you a safety down and build that up, and you get the same athlete for not as high as a pick. Like, I think they'll go high for sure for this. I hear you with the ceiling and all.
Right.
I just don't think there'll be a run on inside linebackers. Like, you might just steal a really good one in the third or fourth.
Yeah. Well, because right now with the mocks, they just have Dean and Lloyd going pretty much back to back in some fashion within that top 10 to 15 range. Yeah. So outside of them two, everyone else has pretty much been second, third time frame.
I don't know who out here so much needs the inside. Who needs the inside?
Well, who did they have mock to right here? Was it New York? Was it the Giants and who else? The two inside guys.
Dean? Dean went 15 to the Giants, and then Devin Lloyd was 9 to the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
Yeah, so top 15 for both of them.
I think if that would be the case, I think Devin Lloyd would have a better. It's a lot of pieces over there.
Oh, in Denver, absolutely, yeah. He'll eat out there in Denver.
Yeah, it's a lot of pieces out there. You just want to try to bring him into a situation where he can just plug and play. You know, I think one of the weaknesses, like Devin Bush was personally having last year, and I think he was coming off of an injury. He got a lot of criticism. I think he'll be better next year, getting a year of health, getting another year of off season. But I think one of the big things for him was getting off of blocks, finding a way to find the ball.
Very
and
true.
I think that's kind of the thing, the transition from college to the league. I think college, you're more running. You're filling lanes. You're scraping. If you got speed in college, you got it. It's like run and hit, truly run and hit. While in the league, you kind of got to read a little bit more, then use your speed to run and hit. So it's just interesting. You want to try to have the right pieces around so that you can get as much college flow as you can possibly. Think about it, like Isaiah Simmons struggled his first year in the league, and he's super just run and hit. He's got that Devin Lloyd type game. You know? So I see what you see. That's the new era of linebacker.
It is, though, man. It is.
The new era of linebacker. I just personally love Dean. Like, I just love his style. I see the leadership in him. I see the passion in him. He got that look in his eye when you look at him. I like that. I just like what he gives you. I like what he brings. I don't love his height, though.
I was about to say, any concerns with the size?
I don't love his height. He gives me a little, and that's the only thing I go back to. I fear is they got 9-10 dogs on that defense. You know, straight dogs that they'll.
Yeah, like how does Nakobe Dean look if he was in Devin Bush's position last year with our defensive line?
I love as a human, Jarvis Jones. That was my man. I came in with
Bloody
Jarvis.
J, come on,
I
man. Big
love
time love for
Jarvis.
Bloody J, man.
Salute Jarvis. That's my guy.
Hey, Jarvis got him a national championship too. You
Yes,
see, he on that staff with them Georgia
Salute.
Bulldogs. Let's go.
Salute.
Yes,
He was on a
indeed.
defense with 10 dogs on that Georgia defense.
Yeah,
That it, it just
absolutely.
it gives you a different flow when your job is eat.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, it's not coming here. I know it can't go there. I know it.
it's gotta come here. This is the only place it could go. Yeah.
It's just a different flow. Like,
This ball ain't getting outside this 5 technique. He ain't hitting this in this A gap. All right, if it's gotta come here, this the only place this ball can hit right here. Yeah,
it's gotta come here. It changes your game. So, I just it's such a position. Like it's just not the spot no more. It's not like you're looking for Ray Lewis in there. It's not like you're looking for this life changer. You just want somebody who can come in there, honestly, and just get to the ball.
Yeah.
You want somebody who can cover more than anything. I think that's the main value of it.
Yeah.
Can you cover? Because that's the world we're in. Like they'll kill you with these tight ends, and then they'll expose you. So
no question.
You cover, or you just end up moving a safety down on third down anyway. So it's kind of like don't spend too much value on the position because how much is it really going to be out? We started to see Devin Bush come off the field. Yeah.
This is true. This is definitely true. And that was not what we wanted, though.
That's not what you
wanted. That's not why you move up to get a guy at 10. So, yeah.
No, move up.
Yeah.
But the position is just so different now that it's like I personally would never move up unless it's just a life changer to get a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel like Nakobe Dean is that? I know you've been very high on him. Do you feel like he's that type of guy?
He's not.
Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd, he potentially could be. I'm a Nakobe Dean guy, like I said.
Yeah.
He potentially could be, but I just don't think either. I don't see nothing that's just that position. It's just the position. It's almost like a running back almost.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I can respect it, man. I can respect it. But shoot, man, this was a blast right here, baby. We're gonna have to do it again like we always do, man.
It, bro.
Definitely.
My dog, man. Well, shout out to my lockup mate, my homie. You already know what it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Garvin. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, man, always good being able to hop on the line with him, man. Hear another perspective, man, about these linebackers, this quarterback position.
He shares similar sentiments that I brought up when we talked
did.
about the Dean. He brought up
did,
Georgia,
bro.
Jones,
He did.
Those are the two things I'm like, I
Yo.
like him, but
Well, because when you look at Nakobe, like,
I like the leadership, though.
but he's playing with a ton of talent. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's hard. And I said that to you. I said, man, when I cut on the Jordan Davis tape, I'm like, yo, just him alone, how do you run inside? And then it's like, okay, the plays where you finally do get past him or he's not out there, you got Nakobe Dean, Channing Tindall, and Quay Walker, who you hear, he's a little bit more higher on Quay than Channing, and I'm a little bit higher on Channing right now. Like, wow.
Yeah, they got him in that same range.
Yeah.
It looks like
And shoot, they got an outside guy that's supposed to be going early too. Oh, man. They got another D lineman cat that's supposed to be going like either mid first, second time frame. Yeah. Heck yeah.
We saw how they finished up.
Yeah, it's stacked, bro.
You want me to read some of these super chats?
Yes, please.
Phone lines?
Yeah, man, let's do that.
Cliff the Dark Knight. This is a good one. He says, how would you feel about DJ Chark? He says DJ Clark. I think he means DJ Chark. Played under Canada at LSU. Has size, 6'4", and speed, 4'3", coming off an injury. Could be cheap.
Yeah, DJ was. I think hasn't DJ been down in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
He's down there.
He's good.
No, without a doubt,
He
man.
could have maybe put up a big season with Lawrence this year. He just got hurt.
He got hurt. Yeah. For me, I mean, I'm all for big speed. I haven't watched a ton of his like Jacksonville tape. I know, like I said, I definitely know he's been good though, but I just need to watch more to just see like how strongly I feel about it. Just in terms of like, is he going to be in the same role as Chase Claypool?
He's better than Claypool.
No, I get that, but like in the sense of if I'm bringing him in to play on the outside, where am I playing Chase?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are they that similar in terms of their games where I can't play them together, or do I feel like
Claypool
I could
slot?
move one? Right. I'm trying to see, like, could I move one of these guys, and I think I could get more out of it, like that. But
You'd move Claypool. You want this dude on the outside. This dude's legit.
I just have to watch more of him. I mean, I know he
Just
had,
trust me,
I know
bro.
he had numbers. I'm hearing you. I'm like, I get the excitement, but I'm not a numbers only guy. I need to watch that tape on him. Yeah, but I mean, just, knee jerk reaction, man. I wouldn't be opposed to it though, because big speed is always, what you want. And if he already has a familiarity with Matt Canada's system, then yeah, I mean, it would make sense. I just, like I said, because we know Chase is somebody that we want to continue to develop. Chase is somebody that we want to take that next step because we feel like he's that talented. Does bringing in DJ hurt that part of it? Because now Chase
Probably
isn't getting that outside, which is very different than the slot work and stuff like that.
Or you could think of it with your Julio Jones theory. Maybe it opens it up for Claypool a little bit.
Yeah.
More. I don't know if we're going to be slinging it like
But because I
were
feel like
Ben in
Deontay
14
still-
to 18 though, like that. We're
Yeah.
probably going to be running a lot more.
Right, but I still feel like Deontay is going to be the one who's going to benefit the most just because he gets open the fastest. And if you're a young quarterback, you want to see the guy be open, and you want to see him be open as soon as you're getting that ball. And that's what Deontay brings to the table more than Chase and anybody else that we currently have on the roster. That's why I'm like, with DJ, I would need to look to see, like, man, how fast is he getting open as well? Is it like, build up the speed where he has to, be a downfield route, or is he winning in a hurry like we see with Deontay, who, even though Deontay isn't a 4-3 guy, he wins right now every time because he's cat quick in terms of his agility. That's the reason for me why I'm like, just need to watch him a little bit for me personally.
Yeah, if you get him for like $8 million, that'd be a steal.
Yeah.
Roger Peavy, I say we trade Devin and a fifth for Jimmy G. Are the 49ers doing that?
No, well, the 49ers, I thought I've definitely been saying them wanting a first. That's all. And,
I don't want Jimmy G. I don't think the 49ers.
well, and if you're the
are doing
Niners,
that.
you don't need Devin Bush. You got Fred Warner out there. I mean, they like their linebacker group. Them dudes they
This
ball.
is an Ebron type of trade. We're trying to do here.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Let's trade Ebron and a first for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he's like, what? Hold on, how that work? Yeah, because everybody loves him. Definitely do. No, they don't.
Let's trade Ebron, Kendrick Green, Devin Bush, and a first rounder for
Seriously.
Russ.
Hey, and Mason. Don't forget Mason. Yeah, big trade value.
Let's go UW. I know there's talk about trading up. Why not trade back for a more quality second or third round pick?
I mean, that is an option. For me personally, I don't like not having a first round pick because typically your first round picks are your immediate impact guys that give you freakish athletic ability, things that second, third, and so forth just typically don't possess in terms of like those physical characteristics and traits. So knowing that our team, like I said, we don't have the most holes, but we do have some places where we need some legitimate upgrades. I would much rather just pick a guy at 20 that I know can come in and play like a Jordan Davis, like we talked about, or maybe one of these linebackers or O-lineman potentially. I would much rather do that at 20 than go into the second round. And granted, have multiple second round picks, but I just feel like with the second round, even though those players are still good, and we've seen really good guys in the second round
I
come
like
in.
this draft for depth.
Right. I just feel like it's just a little bit different. Like when I'm comparing Pat versus Najee, think about those two. Pat had a really good season for us, right? But was his impact the same level of Najee Harris? And Najee is a first rounder. And that's why I'm comparing them like that, because even though both came in and helped us immediately, Najee at times carried us on offense. Whereas Pat, we saw his role. It was, kind of up
He
at
might
times,
have the more
kind of
long-term
down.
impact.
I agree. I definitely think that he has way more longevity by the nature of the position as well. But in terms of instant impact,
Right.
we could feel Najee's impact every single time he was out there. And that's the part for me where I'm like, when you give up that, I still feel like we want that. I mean, whether it's an offensive lineman we're talking about, imagine if we have a first round offensive lineman out there, that is going to help our O-line out in a major way. If we had a first round, we went and got a corner out there. Like, that's going to help us in a major way. Like, I would much rather do that than having, like I said, second and third round pieces where they're good. But when you start talking third round, now you're talking Cam Sutton, you're talking James Connors, who, when they came in, James really didn't do anything his rookie year. Cam Sutton, actually, I don't think he did anything his
Kendrick
rookie
Green
year.
started.
Kendrick Green started. Okay. Well, we saw how that when it was.
Instant impact.
I ain't messing with you. But a little bit of a mixed
Dan
bag,
Moore
right?
starting
Mixed
fourth round
bag.
pick. We don't
Yeah,
want
but
our third and fourth rounders probably starting right
because
off the
we
bat.
see it's more. But think about it, it's more mixed bag, right? Because it's a lot more volatility the later you go in the rounds for some of these picks, because they all have good things, but the later you go, the more cons they have as well. Whereas those first round talents, typically the pros are so just like prevalent compared to the cons. That's why you always, I mean, you feel like these are like your surefire can't miss guys, and when you do miss, it's so devastating because you're like, bro, you cost too much. We have to give up too much for you not to come in here and do what we're supposed to do. Hence the reason why the Devin Bush and the Jarvis Jones situation gets brought up like that right now.
And we're not in the era of the NFL where it's even really a question if you draft a dude in the first round, if they're going to start or not.
It's like they're just putting them right out there.
Outside of quarterback. Because quarterback could just depend
Yeah.
on the situation that you got to play. You might bench them. You see with Mahomes, you see with Trey Lance, that type of stuff. But for the most part, you draft a receiver first round, you draft a lineman first round, linebacker, whoever it is, they better be playing right off the bat.
Yes, indeed, man.
There's no more like wait and see type of stuff. That was 10, 20 years ago. Now, the Super Chat, you got to take this one because I lost it.
All right.
And then I'll be good after that because I'll be back caught up with Black and Martyr.
Cool. This is from D. Heverly. D. Heverly, what it do? Says, bring back the lockdown locker mates. Give me Moats and Garvin back in the middle of our defense. Hashtag comeback 2020. I can assure you don't want
You were
don't want
outside,
that.
bro.
I'm all the way washed. I don't want any smoke. Absolutely, man. I mean, no comment. I don't want any smoke. I'm chill.
Black and Martyr just giving us some support there.
Yeah, but we appreciate you though, D. Heavily. You better believe that. And shout out to you too, Black and Martyr. Yes, indeed.
Next we have Steve Griffith. I was thinking this whenever Garvin was talking, but he goes, man, like the Rams GM said, F the picks, go get Kyler. Now, he was bringing up if we do a trade for like Kyler or Deshaun, we could potentially be leveraging our future. I do think, though, if we spread it out, if it's just 3 first-round picks, then we still have our depth in the draft. We kill it in free agency this year. Would we be leveraging our future that much? Just by missing out on maybe 3 first-rounders in a row?
If you have a franchise quarterback,
That's
I
what
don't
I
think so.
mean.
Because think about
3
when we had
first-rounders
Ben,
might not be that bad.
think about when we had Ben, it didn't hurt us when we had a Artie Burns. It didn't hurt us when it was a Bud Dupree early on. It didn't hurt us when we weren't necessarily getting instant impact with our first round picks because we had the franchise quarterback. He's a force multiplier. So if you have one of these guys, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, who we know are force multipliers, then you can get away with it for a couple of seasons because
you gotta spread it
Pittsburgh
out.
proved that. Yeah.
Don't do like 2 firsts and 2 seconds in these 2 years. Do like 3 firsts, spread it out, and then maybe throw another player in. It can't be Minka, though. It can't be that type of caliber, dude.
Who's the caliber guy then?
I don't know.
It's gonna have to be somebody.
Maybe you do 3 firsts and
I would say because it would have to be somebody of
maybe
relevance.
one draft you punt. Maybe you do 3 firsts.
Would you go 3? Would you go 3 in a Dotson?
That would hurt me, but maybe that would hurt.
He said, "Oh, maybe."
I mean, that jersey. That jersey would be a staple, though. Anyway, that's.
Yeah.
How would you phrase it? Like that's
It's timeless, man. It's
legendary
evergreen, bro.
jersey.
Yeah.
That will be an all-time legendary jersey, no matter if that happened or not.
Yeah.
Either way.
Now, what about a Tuitt? Because I saw Adolphus. He says he would throw into it.
I already talked about trading.
Yeah.
That would clear up $13 million in cap space or whatever it is, $9 million.
Yeah, we said just the biggest thing with that would be would a team want to take him on, and if he still even has a desire to play, because he could easily hit people with, all right, you want to do this, then I'm going to retire. And, be stuck, so.
Well, it probably would be a cap package deal, too, with Kyler. We could probably get J.J. Watt. He said he wants to come to Pittsburgh or go to Green Bay if Kyler doesn't come back to Arizona.
Yeah.
In that case, it'd be us taking the Arizona players.
It would, yeah.
Wow, role reversal.
It's nuts, man.
Hannibal, 090. Should we let Chooks walk? He says Bannon. He calls Zach Banner Bannon instead of Banner.
Maybe
See
it's
what
like
Bannon does.
I'm trying to think. Bruce. No, it's Bruce Banner. Yeah. So his name is Bannon.
See what Bannon has left, or re-sign Chooks and let Bannon walk.
Oh man.
I'd lean Banner probably just for upside purposes.
For me, my biggest issue though is I've seen Chooks now start for 2 years at right tackle.
Yeah, you mentioned that. There's something to be said for that.
Yeah,
He
because
knows what he's doing. He may not
I've
be the best,
seen
but
2 years of starting experience at right tackle. That's my only thing. Whereas with Banner, it's still more projection. It's still more speculation. I can't point to a hard fact just yet. Now, part of it isn't on him, but the other part is just like, I mean, you've been hurt. Just you hurt your first year that you were going to get the opportunity to start, and then obviously you just never got healthy enough to where you could come back and beat these guys out, or at least to the coach's extent. So when I think of that, I'm just like, man, I don't necessarily know if I would be that confident in Banner coming back and being just guaranteed upgrade over Chooks when we haven't seen Banner in that role just yet. I mean, it was going to be something that we were going to be evaluating a year ago in all actuality, right? When he got hurt in the Giants game.
yeah.
So with that, I just don't know if I can just sit here today and just say without a doubt, man, I'm cool letting Chooks walks and solely relying that Banner's going to be this guy right now.
That's fair, because as time goes by, things
Yeah.
change. We could talk about Banner last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, he beat out Chooks just a
Yeah.
year ago. Now, all of a sudden, you want to talk about Banner beating out Chooks.
like,
That's like a
bro,
year and a
that's-
half ago.
Yeah.
It will be 2 years
Almost
ago
2 years, yeah, man.
when the new season comes around. So
Yeah.
it's different.
And like I said, Chooks actually started those games. He had good tape in some of those games. Like, we point out some of the guys he even had to go against bigger name guys, and we're like, whoa, he's even had success against those guys. Not saying that he's this surefire starter, doesn't need competition, but he still proved that he is competent out there, that you can still win games.
Yeah, if you put a good O-line around
absolutely.
him, he may not look as bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been the starting right tackle for 2 playoff teams right now, if you think about that.
Man, if you want to spin it that way.
But just those are just facts of it.
Sure.
He was the right tackle. He
Like,
started
if
those
you-
games.
If
Yeah.
you brought Chooks back, you could put it this way. If you brought Chooks back, you're probably not looking elsewhere for right tackle in free agency.
Like, it
draft.
doesn't. I don't.
But if you brought Banner back, you probably are. You're probably doing some type of competition draft.
Yeah, because you don't feel confident.
Yeah.
How could you feel confident? And it's like I said, it's nothing personal against him, but how could you feel that confident? Like, he should feel that confident. But if you're the team, that's the part for me where I'm just like, I don't know if I'm necessarily that gung ho about, oh, just bring him in. We're good. I got this. I'm not worried about it. Because if it was that level, or if it was that much of a disparity, they make that switch if he's even close to being healthy, right? No different than when we talk about with other players where it's like, man, he's not even 100% healthy out here, but they're putting him out here anyways because he's that much better than the next guy in line. If they felt it was like that, I just think that we would have saw that last year, especially when this offensive line was struggling at times,
Christopher Furman, this one's a spicy one. I know we're not big outside free agency spenders, but with the cap we have, what do you think of the chance of us matching up Witherspoon with J.C. Jackson? I would love it. That's the
that'd be ideal right
combination
there.
I would want. Outside of us drafting a first-round cornerback with
Yeah.
Witherspoon. But again, if we do that, then we're not maybe drafting Malik Willis or other positions. But this would probably be my optimal scenario for the secondary. Witherspoon, J.C. Jackson, bring back Edmonds and Minka.
No, that'd be clean as heck right there, man, because you'd have your proven guy in JC. You have the guy in Akello who's ended the season playing incredible. For me, man, that would be nice. I mean, we have the resources to do it.
Sutton and Trey Norwood kind of duke it out,
absolutely.
slot type of stuff.
But it's like we have the resources to make that work. It would just be, if the team decides to be aggressive like that in free agency. We're hoping they are because of the money that they have available and because of some of the needs that they have and because of some of the talent that they still have. If you don't have guys like TJ, Minka, Cam, you're fine potentially, doing some slower rebuilds. But when you're talking about those 3 guys and you're looking at their contracts, you're saying we want to maximize this. We don't want to waste these guys' years. You talk Najee Harris, you took him in the first round. It's a shelf life. You do not want to waste those years either. So with that being the context, right, and that's what I'm saying. So I do feel like we're going to be aggressive somewhat. I just don't know if it's going to be to, like we said, with the Rams extent, where we're not just paying for players, but we're actually trading draft picks away for them as well. Because I feel like it's a difference between trading those draft picks, that type of player that you're getting, versus leashing out dollars in free agency. Because with free agents, you got to realize some of these guys are free agents because they outplayed their contract and, hey, the team just can't afford to pay them anymore. But the others, it's the situation of, well, you know what? we love you, but we don't want to pay you that. We think that we can make do with this guy or drafting a guy. So you're still going to have a little bit of a concern. Whereas when you're giving up draft picks, you're essentially saying, hey, look, man, we know that this is your guy. You love this guy. We all know you love this guy because we love him just as much. He's perfect. He's that guy. Here, we'll give you our future. You know, our future, like legit assets for this, but we know this is proven. We know this is surefire, and we know that he was that valuable that you didn't even want him to hit the open market. And that's just kind of like my thought process when I'm thinking of, you know, some of these guys that we can get free agency versus some of the guys we can get trading draft picks as well.
We have our trade for Kyler Murray.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
From Stephen Griffith. 3 firsts and Devin Bush. We got it all figured out.
Now, is it Devin Bush like old school haircut or the new school haircut? Because I think that changes. Like with the man with the rat tail, it's like a, you know, late second, early third. With the regular cut, it's like a fifth or a sixth. I need to find the context on this one.
It's gonna take a while to grow, so it's got to be short haircut.
Did
you see this news?
What's up?
Someone brought it up in the chat. Someone mentioned it yesterday. We voided the contracts of Ben, Juju, and Ebron. What does that do?
No, just because you remember they all their deals were remember it was 4 and 5 year deals, but essentially it was 1 year with the 4 years remaining being voidable. Yeah, the reason you have to void them is because if you don't, then all those cap hits from their contracts from a year ago hits us this year. We don't want that situation. But remember, that's what we gave them it was like the paper long deal, so Juju could get paid the 8 that we paid him without it killing us cap wise in terms of, you know, doing a 1 year $8 million deal. So that's what you make.
We have to eat up a portion of that though this season. Is
but
that
no,
right?
we already have done that though. To like the either all of it is already gone, and that's why we're able to do the hard stop on these remaining years on the contract.
Because whenever you go on Spot Rack, it does have those voidable years here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's saying dead cap of $5.6 million.
Okay, so
in 2022, this is for Juju.
Yeah, so because Juju probably had $5 million in signing bonus, $3 million in base salary last season. Because you don't, and we didn't have the cap space last season to essentially pay an $8 million hit for him.
Oh my god! Yeah, he was a $2.4 million cap hit.
Mm-hmm. Because that was his base salary last year.
Base salary was $1 million. You're right. Signing bonus at $7 million.
Yeah. So that's how you do the 1 year voidable deals. Like it's a gift and a curse.
Wait, so now we have to eat this dead cap of $5 million?
Yeah, because you give it to him in signing bonus. So in signing bonus, it doesn't hurt you in that year, but it gets you the future years. Now, if you kept his deal as 4 or 5 years remaining on it, that cap hit you spread it out, but then you also have the base salary element that comes into play too. So that's why it's like it's pros and cons to all of these 1 year voidable deals that we did. But that
why couldn't we spread it out over
you can,
years?
But that's why you have to void those years. Because if you don't, think about it, if you don't void those years, then it's still going to hit you even harder.
But it looks like, so with Ben's, the next 4 years, it just would have been a $2.5 million cap hit for each of those years. Yeah,
because we want to be paying him more. If as soon as you pay him
more,
done
it that way.
But no, as soon
spread
as you
it out.
But no, that's not going to count for his base salary. Because think about it, that's for what's already been hit on him. It's going to add when you pay him. Is he coming back for 14 mil? Because remember, whatever he comes back for base salary is that plus that hit. And that's going to keep going on and on and on.
Sam Ben's cap hit for this year is $10 million.
Yeah, so that's without him getting a check.
Wait, so do we just literally have, so what's Ebron's is probably what? I'll look his up too, but we probably have almost $20 million in dead cap right now. Is that right? Am I wrong?
Check it, bro.
How much is that affecting our $60 million?
No, that's already been factored into it, though. That's a part of it.
Oh man,
because otherwise it eats into it even more. Yeah, bro. That's the whole voidable year deal, though. That's why it's like set up like that. Like I said, it's a gift and a curse, man. It's the same thing as like restructuring a deal. That's all you're doing. It's the same concept.
So there's no concept we could have done where we could have spread that out.
Nah, because without giving them long-term extensions. But we didn't want to pay Juju a 3-year, $40 million deal. We didn't want to pay Ben last season 3-year, $50 or $60 million deals. So you go 1 year or you do these voidable deals. So you give him all that money in that first year, but then after that, I can get a hard stop, clean break, and it doesn't kill me going forward.
Yeah, Ebron's is almost 4 million. So yeah, 19 million in dead cap right now. But this is already equated into our 60 million.
Should be, yes.
Well, we could clear all that up. We could basically cancel that out, trading Devin Bush and stuff onto it right now.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think you know what? We've been doing this for 3 years now? I wouldn't do the AJ Green deals and all that type of stuff. I think I could have a really nice plan for us if I was the GM.
Hey, fair enough, man.
Deke and Moats for
No. I don't want to be GM. Listen, I can't work that much.
We should put our hat in the race.
No. Not we should. You should. I can't work that much. I don't want to work that much. I'm supposed to be retired.
Nah, it's a package deal.
Yeah. No. You're the
one taking the blame.
You're not gonna just put me out there like that.
I'm the VP.
No. You could be president. I'll be the I'm like Fauci. I'm the guy you only call if it's an emergency, okay? So if it ain't an emergency, don't call me, bro.
Fed up with him because you're trying to explain all my decisions.
Well, no. It got fed up because of the other guy. The other guy made him be the lightning rod. You know how this goes, all right? I get that. But yeah, don't put me in that fire. I don't want none of that, man. Not at all. I'm trying to be retired. I just want to sit on my little porch in the morning, look out on the view, research the way I research, and show a wifey and the kids. That's it, okay? Come up here, record every once in a while. That's it. I don't want that pressure on me today. Stop it.
Deke's GM experience with Moats. That's a good one.
Like, no, thank you. Please, no, thank you. Hard pass. Hard pass.
King Dog saying you got to go with the Moats, no question.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it.
We're all caught up. We're hitting these lines.
Yes, we are, man. They said I'm trying to pull a Paul Pierce. No, definitely not to that level. My man wildin'.
He did something recently.
No, I'm just thinking about the video one, though, where he was like at the party.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm cool on that. I don't want none of that. No. The only person I want to see intimately is my wife. That is it. Okay? Nobody else. None. Zilch, zero, nada. All right.
So you know what's going on here with the lines. You got this in control.
So, ladies and gents, we're going to do something a little fun today. Okay? We're going to do something that has never been done before on this show, Deke. I'm slightly nervous, Deke. I ain't going to lie to you, baby. Slightly nervous.
We need B-Lo calling in. I need a Dion versus Rod Woodson heated debate.
Chill out, bro. Chill out. Cut it out right now. So, ladies and gents, upper room members, today happens to be your special day. Okay? Like I said, I'm a little nervous because we've never done such a thing before, but this is one of the major perks of being an upper room member. Upper room members get access to be able to call in to get things off their chest. Today, we're going to open those phone lines up live for the upper room members. And the upper room is probably saying to themselves, well, Moats, man, I don't remember the number. Don't worry. I got you, big fellas. I got you. All right. So for the upper room members, I'm going to make a post in the community page. If you're an upper room member, you'll be able to see that post. If you are not an upper room member, unfortunately, you will not be able to see that post. I haven't made the post just yet. Deke sees this queued up, is fired up, ready to go. Okay. Yeah. But what we'll be discussing, with these phone lines is, what would you do with the 20th overall selection? You drafted a Malik Willis. Would you move up for one of these guys? We heard a guy say they would move back. We're going to get a chance to hear your guys' live conversation with that. But these are the rules, Deke. Let people know the rules. Gotta let the people know the rules.
Okay.
It's got to be PG. Okay? No swearing. Okay? Can't have any of that.
So I'm above the rules, basically, though.
You are, because I like you. Okay? And when I get every once in a while, they'll hit us with something. I'm like, for Deke, I'll accept this. But for anybody else, I'm not accepting it. Okay?
That works.
So, no explicits. Okay? Keep it clean. I would say, you can talk to your mom. You can talk to your grandma. All right? You know you got to be extra nice to grandma. Okay?
Sometimes the grandmas like
I know.
Moms, though, typically. I know. My mom's actually got on my case here.
So talk like you're talking to mom. All right? Keep it PG, but you can be passionate. So, ladies and gents, with that being said, for the upper room members, the post has been made. So you're going to get your chance to hit me on the hip and we can hear, your thoughts.
Basically, imagine this scenario.
I got to take it off of Do Not Disturb too, so that it actually ring. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you want me to turn the volume on that?
Yeah,
so
go ahead, man.
Hear the ring?
Absolutely, man.
Okay. So imagine this scenario. we're talking about, me and Moats, maybe putting our hat in the ring for.
Oh, you might get your headphones on too, because I don't know when they're gonna call. It's gonna be interesting though.
We might be putting our hat in the ring for the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, imagine yourself as a consultant for us. We're trying to outsource like a third guy.
You're right.
What
absolutely
should we
right.
do? So you got to tell us what the play should be, and then I guess we grade it. We're like, I don't like that.
That sounds pretty
That's a
simple right
BS
there,
idea.
man. I like the idea though. I like that idea. So yeah,
we got a call.
we got one coming in. Hello. Who we got on the hotline, baby?
Oh, y'all got Jack Henderson
Uh-oh.
out here in Dayton, Ohio.
There it is. What it do, Jack? How you living over there, man? What's the word?
Oh, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Man, we feeling good over here. So talk to us, man. 20th overall selection. What are you doing? You're the Steelers GM right now.
It's got to be O-line. I think it's Tyler Linderbaum, but, maybe look at the other guy y'all's been talking about, but I think it's Tyler Linderbaum, and we just got to go O-line because it doesn't matter who we have back there. If they got the center in their lap every single play, they can't do shit. Or crap.
Now you bring up a good point right there. You definitely do, man. I like it.
How you looking second and third then?
I don't know. I think second and third round we got to start. We got to look. I think we should do O-line first pick. Second pick we got to go D-line, and third pick maybe second pick we go with the middle linebacker. But we definitely got to look at D-line and middle linebacker next.
Okay. I like it. Then. I like it.
We appreciate
Next
that
year
advice.
we bring in a good QB. Yeah.
Okay, so
We're
you're
ready to
for
go.
the waiting till next year, try to get the franchise guy in that draft class.
Oh, for sure.
QB,
For sure.
what are you doing? Free agency, Haskins, Rudolph?
I say the heck with it. Just let Haskins and Rudolph duel it out this year.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're, we bolster up everything. I honestly think the way Mason played, and quite a few of the previous games I've seen him in, if he had a decent O-line and we really bolstered the team around him, we could be competitive. I don't think we'd be winning the Super Bowl, but I don't really see. What was that?
I said his receiving core was pretty piss poor in 2019. And the O-line was
Yeah.
starting to decline,
Yeah.
so that's to your point. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So, yeah, you're still a little
And
bit
you
of a
had
believer
2
in
years of
Mason.
development.
So upgrade him a little bit, get some pieces around him, and see what you could do there.
Okay, that is an option. We'll consider it.
Nah, I like it, man. Hey, Jack, man, I definitely appreciate you hitting us up, man.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity. It
You
was
the
fun.
man, bro.
No
Appreciate it.
doubt. All right. Let's get who's next, man. Like I said, phone lines is open, baby. Phone lines are open. Upper room members. I know somebody was just calling too, man. I had to hit you with the do not disturb because I don't, Oh, here he is. Spent the block. Here we go. Talk to us, baby. Who we got on the hotline today?
Hey, Zeke Shazier, what's happening?
Yeah, what it do, Zeke? How we living over there, man?
Hey, just on the weekend, hard day of school and stuff.
Yeah.
Just chilling. How you doing?
I respect it, man. We over here grinding, having a blast, man. Cannot complain. But you're the GM right now, man. Steelers pick. They're on the clock at 20. What are you doing?
I'm picking the best left tackle or center available to me because
Okay.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals made that mistake, and as you can see, that D line got to him.
No, I definitely did, man. Facts. Okay. So he considers even left tackle as well, though.
Yeah. Is he still on the line or not?
Yeah, he's still on the line.
he's
Yeah,
still on the
absolutely.
line? Yeah, so you're thinking line. What are you thinking, as we mentioned to the other guy, second, third round quarterback situation? How do you view all that playing out?
So I 100% want to do a bridge quarterback like Fitzpatrick, someone we can get on a cheap deal, Mariota, something like that. Build our roster up through free agency, and then address the rest through the draft.
Okay. So what are you
Okay.
thinking second and third then? If you're going line
So
first.
second or third. So second, either another O lineman or I would say corner, and then third, definitely linebacker. We need a linebacker inside.
Okay.
Yeah, we agree with you on
Nah,
that.
I like
We're gonna have
that,
to
man.
look at
I definitely like
definitely
that.
linebacker. Cornerback, that might be more of a premium depending on what we do in free agency. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are definitely some of the positions we've been talking about for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So two.
Yeah,
two
because I was
colors,
thinking,
two lines.
if we So I was thinking if we address, let's say we get a center first round, and then we get a left tackle with free agency, and then second round we can hit a corner or vice versa. Through free agency, a corner, and then
and you showing up two very important positions as well. Now I definitely like that thought process, man. Shout out to you, Zeke, man. We appreciate you on that, man. And yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of
you having me on.
Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he was always calling in for the get it off the chest after the game.
Heck yeah. Whether he was in London or he was out in Cali, man, just depending.
Now we got the live calls.
Heck yeah, man. Well, the phone is back available, baby. Hit the hip. Like I said, upper room members, man. If you're an upper room member, the phone line is located right in the community page for the upper room members, man. Go in there, tap on that line, man. Let's hear what you got to say.
So far, those two are pretty similar.
Yes, but good too. Good calls.
We got it. Another one.
All right. Hello. Who do we have on the line, baby? Talk to me.
Good morning, Brown.
What it do?
Georgia by way of Augusta, Georgia, Trent, New Jersey.
There it is. How we living, man? What's the word with you?
And I'm hanging in there, trying to come down a little bit off Mars.
It be like that sometimes. You already know. But, man, you're the Steelers GM right now. What are you doing with the 20th overall pick?
I tell you what, my experience hanging out in Pittsburgh quite a bit with quite a few of the team members. I know the Rooney's love them Georgia boys. We need to go O-line. If you look at the history of when Kansas City was in the Super Bowl and Pat Mahomes was running for his life the whole game, they needed O-line help. They had a lot of injuries.
Yep.
Same thing with Bengals when they got Burrow. He had a great season up until he tore his ACL up because no O-line help, and it came to bite him again in the Super Bowl. So I said we go O-line first round.
Who you liking?
Oh man, like I said, I forgot the kid's name. Georgia boy, offensive lineman,
Okay.
or who the best O lineman available.
Man, we got the same opinion basically. Like 3 in
Yeah,
a row. Everyone's
seriously,
thinking
man,
offensive
O-line.
line. All right,
Yeah.
do you agree with them on quarterback? The one dude was saying we should just let Haskins and Mason duel it out. The other one was saying we should go bridge quarterback free agency. How do you feel about that?
As much as I'm not a Mason fan, I do believe, like some of the guys have been saying, we both up, put weapons around Mason, and I think with rejuvenate the O line and Najee Harris getting off, I think that kind of maybe possibly builds up Mason's confidence. And then maybe we win with Najee running, and Mason can do a little something that maybe the city gets behind him, and that maybe that boosts his confidence up. You may see a whole 180 with Mason.
So you still got the door open for Mason, though. Okay.
Get back to Steeler football, huh? Ground and pound.
Yeah, and I think second round, hoping and prayer, maybe another one of the Georgia boys, D-line, a linebacker still available. Snatch one of them up, and I think third round we go back after another O-lineman.
Okay.
Nah, I like that then. Okay.
Maybe get some possible weapons in free agency. I think more or less. I'll speak for myself and say I'm just more or less anxious for draft day, for the draft to come. We all speculating, but I have full trust in Colbert, Tomlin, and all that, man. I got full trust in him.
Okay. Now I respect
I'm
that,
just
man.
anxious.
I like it.
Okay.
Well, shoot,
Good
man.
call.
Shout out to you,
Appreciate
Damon,
that.
man. We appreciate you hitting the line, baby.
Absolutely, let's get somebody else a shot.
No
Y'all
doubt.
easy, man.
Appreciate
Peace.
it, bro.
You too.
Dude, so right now, I'm actually surprised at this.
What you mean?
These are like pretty tame. I don't want to say tame takes, but tame strategies.
Yeah, it's
of
like
offensive line.
build slowly, not get erratic and just right now we got to do this. All right.
I'm actually surprised. I thought we were going to hear a lot more Malik Willis, maybe receiver talk.
Shoot, I'm even
trade
surprised.
Trade the. I don't know.
I'm surprised at the confidence even in Mason. Because
You're right,
you notice they keep saying like
Two of the
they're
three
cool with
said
allowing Mason
Mason,
to have the opportunities, not even Haskins. I notice when you speak, it's always like Haskins,
Yeah, I
but
want Haskins.
they definitely were more Mason right there. I was a little surprised by that.
Giving him benefit of the doubt. It
Yeah.
seems like that's not the same energy in the chat. or
I know.
Anywhere
I know.
else
It's
you
just,
talk
it
about
feels
Mason.
different, man. Feels different. All right, phone line is open, baby. Phone line is open for the upper room members. Like I said, the number is in the community page for the upper room members, man. Y'all would have gotten a notification when I put the number in there, man. So just check it out. Oh, here we go. All right. Talk to me, baby. Who we got on the line, baby?
They bounce.
Man, you guys know you're going to hear from me sooner or later. It's the Barbarian. What's up,
Hey,
fella?
let's go, man. How you living over there, baby?
Hey man, I'm living good, but I want an offensive line. I know you guys can answer that question. I'm just happy about to do this. Evan Neal, offensive tackle, Alabama.
Ooh.
Dude,
When was the last time we saw a giant?
I know, but they got him mocked going 1 overall in some of these mocks. That's the only thing with him, man. Like, he is a monster, but I don't think we're gonna be able to give up enough to get a guy like that, man. Honestly.
Okay, now you didn't say base our decision based off contingencies.
Oh,
I figured
fair
you guys
enough,
might
fair
throw
enough.
that
We
at me.
trading up for him. Then.
Fair enough. He said
Right.
we
So
gonna
I
give it up.
got Bernhard Raymond from Central Michigan. Tackle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'll be around there.
Yeah, he definitely will. Once again, though, O-line though. So you don't feel
Yeah,
like we should go
we-
quarterback at 20?
Now, here's the deal, brothers. We got to see what we got right now, right? But when you guys watch these games and everybody else on the line, y'all know what we're talking about. When we watch the Steelers, what is the thing that makes our heart pitter-patter? Some dude running 200 yards on our defense, or us running 2 or 3 yards on 3rd and 1. We can't even get a yard.
Yeah.
We got to get that squared away, man. You know how it is with a castle. A castle got to have that big old freaking wall to protect it, so
Nah,
the
that's the
quarterback
truth,
or the cannon can do his damage, right?
Yeah.
But that's my take, y'all. I want some offensive and defensive line help. We want to get that stuff going, and then we can get the cannons going with a good quarterback.
Nah, that's the truth right there,
So
man.
you're not even thinking quarterback 2nd or 3rd round?
Dude, y'all remember the Ravens? How well they
I'm
did,
with
right?
you. I'm
Back in
not
the day.
thinking
Yeah.
that either. I wouldn't do it either. If
Yeah,
you're not
'cause-
drafting Malik
Hey, but
Willis
they-
or Pickett, I don't want a quarterback.
Yeah, now if they fall into our laps, you know how much I love that Pickett guy. But if he was to fall at us at 20, I think Pittsburgh might say, you know what? Well, he ain't letting this dude pass. But as a whole, I don't think we should go stretch for because it might not be meant to be. We got to think about that too. When we look at this team, man, we got to get back to where we used to be. Because right now, the stuff is falling apart. We're doing a lot of Band-Aid stuff.
Yeah, very true.
When they got Najee, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. They left no question that we want to run the ball.
Right.
Now let's get them some dogs in front of us, right? And that's what I think they should focus. Every time we see them with a need, they go for it. Remember when they got Troy Polamalu?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They want an X Factor player. They get those X Factor players when they see them. Najee was another X Factor dude I think would be really awesome. And in this situation, our X Factor's got to come from the protection to help our offense do what they need to do and get on the defensive side and stop these running backs. I remember, what's that guy's name used to play for San Diego? The little guy. They called him the next Barry Sanders for a while.
LaDainian Thompson? Or
yeah, LaDainian.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's LaDainian Thompson. He said what was the toughest defense he had to run up against. And what did LaDainian Thompson say? He said it was Pittsburgh.
Oh,
When
he
he was at
did
his
nothing
height.
against us. Yeah. He never did anything.
Right, but that's what I'm talking about. That's when we had it going on with running backs are thinking, oh, gosh, we got to go against Pittsburgh. We ain't had that type of feeling in so long. We need to get that back. And then the other stuff will come along. We can have another Trent Dilfer issue where we can have a quarterback just not making stupid mistakes, and we can still get up there and do some damage in the playoffs.
Okay, so are you good with Mason, as some of the other callers were saying?
Yes, for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes first. Yeah.
We got the long-term build from all the callers right
Seriously, man. I like it. So, shoot.
All right, guys.
Hey, all right, man. Always good hearing from you, baby. Peace. Dang, yo, I'm a little surprised, man. Like, that typically is not the consensus that we get from the chat. Usually we're seeing it, when we're looking at it, or even when we're watching or just social media. That's typically not the temperature, but interesting right here. Okay.
Here's maybe another question I'll add to it. As you're bringing up these people that were drafting, O-line and whatnot, what is your expectations then also for the season? I'll follow up with that.
Yeah, that does change
Like, are
it a
you
little
thinking,
bit. Yeah.
Playoffs still? Like, you think we go O-line, we stick with
Yeah.
Mason Haskins, free agency stuff? Are you still thinking playoffs, or those the expectations? Or are you just thinking more long-term with it? You know what I mean? Because, that's all part of the differing strategies with this.
Yeah, I would agree, man. So we got time for about one more.
Okay,
Sound
one more.
good? All right, let's see who is going to be it. All right. Had to start working this do not disturb, man. Otherwise, people just keep calling at the same time.
At the same time?
Yeah.
This system's working, huh?
So far, so good. I mean, so far,
it's
so
just
good.
like we're going back to school. People just got to take their time.
Here we go.
Be patient.
Talk to me. How we living over there, man? Who we on the line with?
What's going on? Cliff the Dark Knight. What's going on?
What it do, Cliff the Dark Knight,
poppin',
man?
bro?
Talk to us, man. You're the Steelers GM all of a sudden, baby. What you doing with this 20th overall selection?
All right, so with the 20th overall selection, I'm trading up to go get Malik Willis. And I'm only trading up because I went in free agency and picked up some offensive linemen to build.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
Where are you trading up to?
So I'm trading up. We'll see what happens after Washington. What happens after
okay.
Washington, I'm going to try to jump New Orleans to try to get Malik Willis. And because it's not a far jump that we did, like we did back with Devin Bush, we wouldn't have to give up as much. So I would give up our first, our third this year, and then maybe a third next year.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That's even more than McShay projected.
Ooh.
A first and 2/3. So where are we jumping up to? Because McShay had us going up to 17. Do you think we got to go up earlier because the Saints might try to jump up?
Because that is true. They could easily want to move up as well.
Right. I'd probably look to let's try to find Cleveland, Baltimore are 13 and 14. So I'm probably going to try to
deal with the enemy.
Try to maybe talk to Minnesota at 12 and see what they want to do.
Well, because Minnesota, they're probably less likely to go quarterback since they have Kirk this year, and then Kellen Mond is still a guy that they drafted. Was it second round last year? I think it was, or
second or third.
Second or
like
third,
that.
yeah. Ooh, that is interesting right there, Cliff. That is really interesting.
Now, since you're talking about going up to 12, Washington could be another team with quarterback on the mind. Would you rather just go up to 10 then, jump Washington?
That's going up to Seattle. So, I mean, that's exactly the same type of trade that we did for Devin Bush. So we would have to give up our first, our second, and then what they give up? They gave up a third the following year to jump up 10 spots to get Devin Bush. So it'd probably be similar compensation. So, I mean, if we're willing to give that away, then, you know, I mean, if you're looking to get your guy, it doesn't matter what it costs. If that's the guy you feel like is going to lead your franchise, then you pay whatever it is to go get your guy.
But now, Cliff, do you believe that Malik can be that guy, though? Because you heard what Terence Garvin said in the sense of you're essentially going to wager your future on a guy that could potentially not even be the future. But do you feel that strongly about Malik that you feel like, yes, he is the future and he's worth all this draft capital?
I mean, it's one of those things where if we go into free agency and definitely fill up some holes, like, you know, I feel like because the interior offensive lineman free agent market is strong this year, so I feel like we could definitely get some pieces where then we don't have to draft. So then that gives us kind of a little space to kind of like, let's do something bold and get the guy. I feel like Willis has the upside, the potential to be that guy between his arm strength and mobility, especially with where the league is going in quarterbacks. He definitely gives you what the league is going for and the best potential to be that guy.
Okay.
I'm with him on that. If we kill it in free agency and the only question mark we have is quarterback, I'm good with going for Malik Willis.
No, I mean, that makes sense then. Yeah, if you're doing it like that.
But if we get like Mariota or Jameis, let's not draft a quarterback because that'd be, I think, just too much capital, too much of our assets into the quarterback position. Let's try to spread the wealth around a little bit more.
Yeah, I would agree right there, man.
I agree.
Man,
totally agree.
Hey, Cliff the Dark Knight, man, we definitely appreciate your support, man. Always good to hear from you too, baby.
Thank you, man. I love the book, man. I've been reading it so far. Your book is dope, bro.
Oh,
so
man,
shout out to
salute,
everyone
man.
who's not gotten the book yet. Get it.
Nah, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. Major love for that, Cliff. Definitely appreciate you, man. Shoot, shout out to Cliff the Dark Knight right there. Even plugged the book. Yeah, man. Moatstheory.com, man.
In the chat right now. Someone said they like it before they go to sleep.
Nah, man, I appreciate you on that, man. Yeah.
For them, they said.
Moatstheory.com if you're looking for a copy. Moatstheory.com. Yes, indeed. So, man, I will say this. The first try of Get It Off Your Chest live, I would say was a success.
Yeah.
You know, it was good, clean calls. Everybody actually sounded like they were in a place where they had good connection to good service, you know, because sometimes we hear some of these calls when it's pre-recorded, it's like, ooh, I don't know where you was calling from. It's hard to hear you all the way, but yeah, everything sounded good. Everybody was good with their language. So we will continue this, man. Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Now, obviously, this is our last show where we're here together, because remember I actually leave on Sunday, man, for my 30 days, you know what I'm saying? Get right. Got to get Moatsy back to where he needs to be mentally, emotionally, and all them other things. So yeah, we'll see in terms of, you know, doing more of this. If we're not able to do it for those 30 days, it's because of the technology. But when I get back and, you know, we're back on one accord under the same roof, then this is definitely something that we will continue to open up a lot more, because this is fun and it's another element to where we are able to hear you guys as well, man, and kind of, you know, bridge that gap a little bit. So definitely hope you all enjoyed that, though.
Oh, I did.
Absolutely, man. So I think we got a couple more, maybe like one super that just came after that, man. We'll get up out of here.
Michael?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I believe so, yeah, because Steven was the 3 first in a D Bush.
He says TJ and Cam want to win now. And that's what we were talking about. How we don't feel like the Steelers are just going to stay complacent because of some of the other dudes we have signed on our roster, like TJ, like a Cam. That's just not how we do business. I don't think we sign those dudes. I don't think we look those dudes in the eye when they come into the office and like, we're just tanking. Like, they're not about that. We're not about that. So
very true, man.
We're going to try to, if it is a so-called rebuild, we're going to try to do it as quick as possible. Yeah. And maybe even, who knows, sneak in the playoffs this year.
No, seriously, man. Yeah, because you do not want to waste those guys' years, man, especially as they're getting older and in the primes or even on the back end prime of their careers as well, man. So yeah, without a doubt. All right, though, man. So shoot, that was a blast, dude. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Once again, if you have any new player prospects that you want us to break down, you want us to watch tape on and talk about them on the show, send it in an email to moatswinners@gmail.com. My last name, Moats, and then winners@gmail.com. Make sure you send those prospect names there. We will continue to hammer those guys out, talk about them on these shows, man, as we continue going forward. So enjoy your Friday, man. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. And we will see y'all guys on the other side. But as always, until next time, baby.
Peace.